about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, what?
That's my new sound effect. You don't like it?
No.
I won't play it anymore.
I don't like that at all. What is that? Like paint dumping into a bucket? That sounds disgusting.
That can be anything you want it to be. And in my mind, it's him making intense eye contact to Princess Consuelo, who's rubbing his thighs.
Featuring Panama Ted.
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall.
I love a good, thin meat.
And a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore. Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
Oh, we got a big program today. We're back to Pizza Madness today, and I'm going to upset some people today, including you.
Yeah?
I haven't talked to you about this, but I'm going to go against the grain on one of these pizza selections. You're going to be pissed off.
Oh,
People are going to be pissed off because I've seen the online voting.
All right.
But I'm using my taste buds and my own pizza knowledge to make a very controversial decision today.
Oh, I'm excited for this. I'm excited to find out.
Pizza Madness is coming up 1 hour from now.
Teddy, if we get into a fisticuffs, can you come separate us? You think you can make that happen? Because I don't know.
Teddy's got secret strength.
Oh, I believe that.
Well, I do, but I'd probably just rather watch.
Oh, good. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's fine, too.
Teddy likes to watch.
Teddy, sometimes you just want to watch, right? You just,
Yes.
you just want to see what's going on. You just get the lay of the land. You just watch. That's what we do with sports. We just watch.
I want to open the show today with a little question. I wasn't planning on doing it today, but I just saw it on my screen.
Okay.
How do we feel about butterflied shrimp?
Oh,
You know,
I rarely order it. How about that?
But sometimes you don't know. That's the thing. You can order a fried shrimp dinner, and it just comes butterflied and fried, as opposed to a whole shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think about that? Because I've had good and bad versions of butterfly shrimp. Sometimes because it's so thin, it gets dried out. Now, the plus is you have more surface area.
See, I've only had, I rarely get shrimp when I'm out.
You're not a shrimp guy?
Well, I live in Ohio guy. If I lived
What does that mean?
If I lived near water where shrimp lived,
That would you
then
just
it would
get in the water and get the shrimp yourself?
No, they'd be fresher. I'm just.
Can I tell you something? They're all frozen on the boat.
No.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
That's not true. When you go down there, they're putting them. If you're getting them right off the dock.
Yeah, okay, fine. If you're on the dock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But if you're more than 10 minutes away, it's frozen on the boat.
No, I believe the Red Lobsters down in Florida get them fresh.
All right. Teddy, are you a shrimp guy?
I like some deep fried shrimp.
So what do we think? Do we like the butterfly or the whole shrimp? Or does it depend on the mood?
Probably depends on the mood. Yeah. I mean, I could go either way with those, but yeah, I mean, butterfly's fine, right?
What I
It's
was
okay.
going to say for the first, like the few times I've had it, when I've had butterfly shrimp, I am a dipper. So for me, that's a plus. And I don't care if they necessarily get dried out because I can dip and then take that away if it is dry. I would prefer not to have to do that, but I like a dip. So I'm fine.
What do you like to dip? Like a cocktail?
Cocktail sauce all day. I do that with the like the cocktail shrimp. I like those too. Obviously a very different experience than what you're talking about, but I live for that sauce, man.
Oh, in the summertime, I get shrimp skewers, raw shrimp.
Okay.
And I grill them up, and then I make a little homemade garlic mayonnaise.
Oh.
My God.
I mean, how dare you mean an aioli?
All right.
No, I'm just saying, if you tell Timmy it's an aioli, he'll eat it all day.
I know. I don't like mayonnaise. Give me some aioli.
It's right there in the name. It almost sounds like mayo. Aioli. Right. It's very close.
Timmy's a little bit of an a-holy.
Well, join the club. Welcome to the show.
Pizza Madness, 4 o'clock. Degenerate T-Bone at 4:46. Cavs beat the Heat last night, becoming the first team in the league to clinch a playoff spot. They're 52-10. Mm-hmm. They've won 12 games in a row, and they've clinched a playoff spot. By the way, it's March 6th.
Yeah, like the NCAA tournament hasn't even started for, men's basketball or women's basketball. and they've already clinched a playoff spot. It's an all-time type of season for them. Last night's game was not an all-time type of performance because they struggled against a Heat team that is very mid now that they don't have Jimmy Butler, or even when they did have him, but he wasn't playing. The point here is that they got the W. They found a way to win. Did you see the uniforms that they're wearing these days?
Yeah, they were wearing the blue ones.
Yeah, the Carolina Blues with the land. I want to say that overall, I know that's part of their color scheme, right? You go back to the Bobby Sura Cavs, right? They had the
not my favorite.
No, but they had those black jerseys with the light. That light blue was in the hoop, and then the basketball with the orange. They used to have, weren't the seats in Gund Arena? I want to say were that shade.
They were
right?
like powder blue, and the running joke was they're so ugly because the owner is blind.
Yeah, that's right. What was his name? Gordon Gund. That's right. Yeah. All I know is this: this Cavs team is good. That game last night was not great, but it didn't matter. They got the win, and that's what you have to do. That's how you amass this record, when you don't play your best and you still find a way. But I read an article today that kind of pissed me off about the Cavs, because I saw some online chatter about, the Cavs are really good, Thunder are really good. Woe is us. What's going to happen if we get this in the NBA Finals?
Who's saying that?
I've seen a few articles about it, but the one I saw today was like talking about, it was Defector was the website, which I like, but they were talking about, NBA fans are going to be pissed off if this is the final, even though these are two legitimately great teams.
Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense. I can see how corporate NBA would be pissed off. Well, I can see how, built in a lab, what the hell's his name?
Adam Silver.
Adam Silver. He's a mutant. I understand he would be pissed off and the networks would, but as a fan, why would you care?
I think fans, this is an example of what you've talked about, where fans don't always know what they want. Because I think if you asked people, do you want to see underdogs? Do you want to see teams that don't always get there? Do you want to see teams that, maybe don't have the biggest star on their roster? Even though, again, the Thunder have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Cavs obviously have Donovan Mitchell and plenty of other guys, but there's not a LeBron on those rosters right now. There's not a Steph Curry, these guys that have been world famous for over a decade. And the NBA is panicky a little bit because if that's what ends up as the final, the ratings will be down. And I think that's where we have to acknowledge as sports fans, sometimes we're liars. Because I bet you if they did a poll of sports fans, they would say, yeah, I want to see the underdogs. I want to see the news stories. I don't want you to just do LeBron and the Celtics and the Knicks and the Lakers. And no, I want to see some of the other teams, the other stories in the NBA. But when those teams are in the finals, it doesn't always translate to ratings. And I think that's a poor example of sports fans. I think that's where we as sports fans just have to acknowledge what we actually want. I like underdog stories, and I watch them. But I don't think if Butler makes the NCAA tournament, like back when they were the whatever seed they were and they made the big run and they almost won that series, like when they almost won the championship, I don't know that the ratings necessarily bear out if you did that year after year after year, if that's what people actually want. I think people want to see the blue bloods, whether it's college basketball, NBA, the ratings are better when that happens, much to my chagrin. I think it should be the other way around, but people lie when they take these surveys, I think.
I saw a report today that teams are calling the Bengals about T. Higgins. Yes.
Yeah.
Why do we have a report about this? I assume that every team, whether you think it's reasonable or not, whether you have cap space or not, you would call about one of the best wide receivers that's on the market. One of the two guys that have been tagged by an NFL team, and he's tagged for the second year in a row. I assume they are calling. I assume they've been calling for months about T. Higgins.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, I don't know why that's news.
It's not news.
But we do that sometimes where it's like, a source told me that they're getting calls. Great.
Yes, good. They should be getting calls.
I understand sometimes journalists get a source that tells them something, but if I go over and ask Jerry Martz right now, our weather guy at 10 TV, if I say, hey, is the water in the river, is that wet? And he goes, yes, my meteorological experience confirms that is wet. That's not news. That's just me calling someone to tell me something obvious. I don't need to do that.
Jerry says chance of clouds sometime in the next 10 days.
That's not breaking news.
That's breaking news.
But that's him being a meteorologist.
Your source is common sense.
Sure, you're right.
Fan poll. We have a new sponsor for the fan poll. Caster Connection. Visit casterconnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists. Now, they're not my specialists, but they're their specialists. What should the Jackets do at the deadline? be aggressive, make minor tweaks, stand pat. I think my answer will annoy some of you. We'll chat about it coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for some slowdown due to an accident on Harrisburg Pike at Red Rock Boulevard. We also have some delay due to a crash on South High Street, south of Green Lawn Avenue. This report is sponsored by True Green. We're back in the Miller's Yard, who now use True Green. The lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Getting great deals at Meijer on the items your family loves makes shopping a good deal better. This week, plump and juicy red seedless grapes are $1.29 a pound. Certified Angus beef ground beef from Chuck is just $4.99 a pound. Purple Cow 48-ounce ice cream and frozen yogurt and select varieties of frozen novelties are just $2.99. And 12 packs of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products are buy two, get one free, plus deposit where applicable. Get more and save more at Meijer. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in store or in the Meijer app.
Here, heart care helps you heal faster. Advanced, minimally invasive procedures mean less time recovering and more living life. See how we care for all of you at MountCarmelForYou.com.
Common Man here for Worthington Jewelers. I was the voice of another company for a long time, and then my good friend Bob Capace changed my mind about the jewelry experience. 25 years of local, 25 years of relationships. Experience the difference for yourself just like I did. The spring bridal sale is going on right now. You buy one, you get one 50% off. The best prices of the year on natural and lab-grown diamonds. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com.
If your garage door is so loud that you can hear what I'm saying, but zero chance to really make out the words I said, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. If you're searching for a Honda lease deal here in Central Ohio, I know you've come to the right place. Leasing allows you to enjoy that flexibility in one of their fantastic, sharp, reliable vehicles. I'm so confident that Rich and his team can tailor a lease deal that's right for you. Like a 2025 CRV LX all-wheel drive, $349 a month for 36 months, 30,000 miles with only $19.99 down. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Meet the new Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery. Scratch off greenhouses to reveal winning numbers for a chance at over $113 million in total cash prizes. That's a spectacular amount of winnings. 5 games from $1 to 20. Multipliers from 5 to 100 times. Chance bonuses and top prizes up to $1 million. When you play the Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs, what you find under a greenhouse could change everything. Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
The Jackets hit the road for a battle with the Panthers. Live fan coverage starts Thursday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, the Fan. Ohio sports destination.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-472,000, 614-472,000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-472,000, 614-472,000.
Some foot issues just can't be fixed by those expensive shoe stores or shoe inserts. A foot exam from a doctor of podiatric medicine, who is the medical expert in foot and ankle care, may give solutions after doing a complete foot examination. If you suffer from foot, heel, or ankle pain, Let us help you find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association so you know you are being treated by the very best. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Imagine all the things you dream of under one roof. You're thinking of eBay. Fashion, collectibles, car parts, it's all there. Go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Heading into this afternoon, we are going to be looking at some sunshine. It'll be windy with winds gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Today's high 39, tonight's low 29. Heading into Friday, looking at showers arriving by the afternoon. It'll be slightly warmer with a high of 45. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Today's special value is 3 hours of stupid. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
You know, you'd think with all the pizza we've been talking about, I'd just be sick of pizza. But I'm not. Let me tell you what I'm going to do tonight. On my way home, I'm stopping off, getting a pizza pie. Not going to tell you from where, but it's one of the places in our competition. I've had it before. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to crack myself an ice-cold Coors Light. And then I will watch our hockey team hopefully have a better performance in the state of Florida than they had the other night as they play the Florida Panthers. However, Rimmer will be in attendance. And whenever Rimmer is there, the Jackets play like crap.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
I didn't realize there was a correlation there.
So I'll be throwing slices of pizza at my television, symbolically at Jeff Rimmer. But I'll be satisfied, regardless of the outcome of the game, because of my ice-cold Coors Light. I even got some glasses in the freezer waiting for me. Got a little ice chip right in there.
Okay.
21 means 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please drink responsibly.
By the way, are you basing the fact that the Jackets play poorly in front of Rimmer just because for I don't know, whatever it was, 18 years he was here calling these games and they were pretty much abysmal for most of it?
I mean, I wasn't factoring that in, but
okay.
Now that you bring it up, yes. I think my answer, we had the poll question before we went to break. What should the Jackets do at the deadline, which, by the way, is tomorrow? Be aggressive, make minor tweaks, stand pat. I love this team. I'm so impressed by what they're doing. I'm so happy that a guy like Matthew Olivier got his 6-year contract yesterday, and I'm excited to watch meaningful hockey down the stretch. But I don't want to let emotions get the better of us here. I don't want to go out. I'm glad that Seth Jones is not coming. I'm glad you're not giving up 2 first-round picks for Bjorkstrand to come back here. This team's just not ready for that yet. So my answer, while probably not popular, is stand pat, at least for this year. And I'll take it a step further, and this is where you'll get pissed off at me. I want to sign Provorov to a long-term deal. I want that to happen. But if Don Waddell is not confident that he can do that, and someone is calling you and saying, I'll give you 2 first-round picks for Provorov, I'm swinging that trade. I'm sorry. I know it's not popular, but I'm doing it.
No, but I agree with you largely on the idea of I don't want to take big swings by letting a lot go to get something for this year. I definitely don't want rental players. I definitely don't want a guy that's look, this team I think has earned the right to see out this season however it ends, right? With the group they have. Everything they've been through, everything that locker room has done to keep itself together and in this thing after just a tumultuous few years, right? But especially this offseason with the tragedy to Johnny Gaudreau. That whole thing, I think would be a vast mistake if they went out and said, we're going to go out and try to get a bunch of guys to help us go win a Stanley Cup right now. When, one, this team, as good as they are, I don't think, I'm like you, I don't think they are close to that yet. But also, why would you want to, because you're going to have to give up pieces that have been growing and showing you a lot this year. I don't think the time is now for that. I think you see how this season goes and you see what these guys can prove to you. And yeah, if you can make something like that happen where maybe you get something back for one of your, veteran players, Provorov's been very good, but I'm with you that I would rather have some pieces to move this offseason, next year at the trade deadline, as this team continues to grow, get better, get a little older, more seasoned. I think you have to think like that. And I think that outside of maybe that move, I would prefer not to get rid of Provorov right now. But I understand this is when he's going to be the hottest. Like if you deal him at the deadline, you can get a lot back in return for him. Outside of that move, yeah, I really don't want to see them take major swings. I would like them to, like today, they picked up the dude from Detroit that was like on waivers.
Yeah, they picked him off waivers. Yeah.
Yeah, make little moves here and there.
Yeah,
if there's something that pops up where you can trade kind of a like for like, that's fine. But I don't want to see them giving up picks and prospects at this point. I think you do that once you've shown, like if this team if they make the playoffs and then win a series or something like that, then this offseason, different conversation.
Absolutely.
Then we can start talking, moving, because then I think you're starting to enter a window that means you got to find some things. But let's let that happen first, and then we go from there.
I talk about this with the Guardians a lot. I'm no fan of Guardians ownership because they have opportunities, I think, to win the World Series, and they don't take the extra step to do it. But there's a different situation, I think, between what the Guardians are and what the Blue Jackets are right now. Can you realistically tell me, and maybe we'll just agree to disagree if your answer is yes, that this team is one big swing away from winning a Stanley Cup? No. I don't think so.
No.
But I do believe that the Guardians are one big swing at the trade deadline away from winning the World Series.
And you don't mean one player, but you mean like, hey, at the trade deadline, they go out and get 3 guys.
In some cases, it could be one player, Bone, depending on how valuable that one player is.
Yeah.
I said this last trade deadline when Vlad Guerrero was dangling out there.
Yeah.
And look, that would have cost you a lot. But guess what? He can't work out a deal with the Blue Jays. He's going to be available again.
Right.
Probably this trade deadline. He would be a rental player. Last year, you make the move. You got him for a year and a half.
Yep. I would have been, again, the type of sense that you'd want to see an organization like Cleveland do, where they don't always get the biggest free agents, but if they can go get someone at the trade deadline that helps you win, of course.
This Jackets team's not there yet. I hope it will be, and then you make those big moves and that big splash.
Well, but also, like I'm saying, I one thing that is, I'm usually not this guy. I'm usually not so sentimental, but this season, it does feel like, let this group show you what they can do. Like, let's just find out. Let's not
let the boys sleep in your bed.
Well, I know what you mean, right? They are not, I don't think anyone would argue they are likely to go out and make the conference finals this year with this roster. But let them have it, like give them, make a few moves if you have to help that makes some sense without giving up anything prospect-wise.
No, I know, but
like beyond that, no. I want to keep this group together and let them finish out this season and see what they did.
I understand, but the downside of that is if you can't sign Provorov to a long-term deal, he's a UFA at the end of the season. You get nothing for him.
Yeah. Again, that's the one exception I would make. Just because you have to do right by the organization. You have to do right for all these guys say, hey, next year, wouldn't you like to have if we don't have him back in the roster and if he's not on your lineup, wouldn't you like to have something that helps make your team better? You don't get that by just letting him walk for nothing. So other than that move, yes, I would be okay with them pretty much standing pat.
All right, Barry Bonds. A couple things can be true. He can be one of the greatest hitters of all time. He can be a big juicer, and he can be a big, giant hemorrhoid. I believe all of those things are true. He was on the All the Smoke podcast. He was talking about the success of Shohei Ohtani and sort of got into the back in my day conversation. He said the pitching and hitting has been outstanding, talking about Shohei. He's a complete player. There's no doubt about the type of player he is and what he's accomplished in his career. But the game has just changed. The game is way different than when I played. The same way Michael talks about it or anyone else, Ohtani's not going to hit 2 home runs without seeing one go right here. And he's pointing at his head. In my generation, that's what happened. I don't care what he does. He's not going to steal 2 bases without someone trying to decapitate his kneecap to slow him down because it was a different game back then. All right.
First off, I like the phrase decapitate his kneecap. That's good. That's not a phrase, but I like it.
I'm guilty of this sometimes too. Like, hey, back in the day, back when we were banging.
Right.
And sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's just rose-colored glasses. Barry Bonds. Back in the day, by the way, back in your day was my prime as a baseball fan.
Right.
So I know of what I speak.
You and I both, Teddy too, we all remember this era very well.
I also, I misremember. I guess I don't remember pitchers aiming for your head. every single game. I also remember you injecting like OxyClean into your body with no repercussions whatsoever, which these guys do not have the luxury of doing.
Billy Mays was there putting it in his ace.
Hi, I'm Billy Mays here for 500-foot homers. I also remember Barry Bonds having a big armored contraption that he would wear on his arm.
To lean over the plate.
And so in case one of those pitchers did hit him in his elbow, he didn't have too much ouchie. What are we talking about here, Barry?
It's always fascinating to me that every generation apparently does this. It's like, it's not like it was when I was a kid. And I have always acknowledged, or I try to acknowledge that different isn't bad, right? Like how it was when I was a kid is different than it is now. It doesn't mean it was bad, doesn't mean it was good, just means it's different. And I think that's okay to point out differences. But what Barry Bonds is doing here is patently misrepresenting what that was. I remember because I was in high school and I was a nerd. I listened to sports radio when I was in high school. And I remember hearing guys arguing on national radio shows and talking about how Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, these numbers that were going insane. Well, they couldn't do that if there was a Bob Gibson out there throwing at you. That's why these guys, they're crowding the plate. They got these tiny little bats. They can swing. They don't have to swing the big lumber like these guys used to 40 years ago. They were saying that then about the era that now Barry Bonds is saying, it's not like it is today.
Not like it used to be.
What are we talking about, man? Like, you didn't play with Ty Cobb.
Right. Was Ty Cobb coming in with the metal spikes?
What are we talking about? Like, yes, I bet there were a few more guys from that era or had that mentality than there are now. But the idea that it was out there like, oh, man, if one guy hit a home run, the next pitch, he's getting it right in the ear hole. Then how did McGwire and Sosa hit like 60 home runs apiece for like 5 years running? How did that happen? Answer was yes, they were roiding, but also because they would still not throw at your head. That didn't happen.
There's differences. These guys take better care of their bodies now. They have, nutritionists that you didn't necessarily have 30 years ago. I get it. They have iPads. They can look at bats right before they go out there. I understand all of that. But the other side of it is, and my mind just went blank. My mind just went. Oh, here's what the point I was going to make.
You can look at iPads, you can do all that stuff.
Barry Bonds and players of that era actually had the luxury of seeing the same starting pitcher for 3 at-bats or more during a game.
That's right.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
You had 2 guys in the entire league that threw 100.
Right. Yes.
It's different. And look, there's differences with different eras. Right. Good and bad.
Yes, every player now wears the Barry Bonds protection on their arm, right? Like all the big hitters, including Shohei, Mike Trout, all those guys, they all wear that.
I had a stroke.
But yeah, that's all right. It happens. Maybe you got hit in the head.
Strokes happen?
No.
Everybody kills, everybody murders?
No, I mean, maybe you had a stroke. Maybe you got hit in the head by a pitch and you had a little amnesia.
Good news for the Browns. Details next. 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic due to some police activity that's blocking the right lane on westbound 670 before 315. And traffic is also slow on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Visit The Waterworks online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once with over 50 feet of video wall and more than 30 TVs. Endless chances to win big. Show off your jump shot in our King of the Court drawings or create your perfect bracket for a shot at Penn Cash. Enjoy food and bucket specials all tournament long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table now at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hoops fans, are you ready to score big and get lucky this March?
What's up? It's T-Bone. I'm here to tell you that Bud Light will be holding mini hoops challenges at bars and restaurants across town over the next several weeks with one goal in mind.
To send one lucky local winner to Las Vegas where they'll compete for $10,000.
Take your shot at March Madness glory. This week, join Bud Light on Thursday night as they take over Pastimes Crosswoods on Campus View Boulevard. They'll be there from 7 to 9 p.m.
And have a mini hoops basketball challenge that'll give you a shot at a Vegas trip and $10,000.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Wealth Advisors. Loads and fees erode your retirement savings. Let us show you how to protect your nest egg. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Your undisputed leader in talking about nothing. This is Man and Bone.
We got a lot of people asking, when's the pizza talk start? 4 o'clock. Here are the places that are competing today. Tommy's, Cheshire Market, OH Pizza and Brew, DeCarlo's, Adriatico's, Massey's, Benny's, Brooklyn's Pizza, Bavelli's, Yellow Brick Pizza, Planks on Parsons, Little Sicily's, Cardinal Pizza, Iacano's, Torita's, and Panzera's. They will all be in action today. If you're a fan of those places or know someone who is a fan of those places, tell them 4 o'clock. Yeah. Today is when the pizza fun starts. What did I tease? Oh, good news for the Browns.
Yeah.
Joel Bitonio, not going to retire.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What has he been in the league? 12 years now, I want to say?
Quite a while. I think he's 32, 33.
Yeah.
Couple-time All-Pro. Made the Pro Bowl. I don't know what the hell that means the last 7 years, but he's a solid guy to have. That line would take a hit if he were to go.
Yeah, I feel like the idea, like I saw that, because obviously we hope that he can stay healthy. There's that when you're that old of a player, but solid player when healthy and hopefully can do that for the Browns. I did see that I think he talked to Joe Thomas, and apparently Joe Thomas's advice to him was like, hey, man, be really sure you want to retire because once you leave, that itch doesn't go away for a little bit. And if you have a lot of good reasons to retire and then you have that itch, you're like, well, yeah, who doesn't want to get back out there and play? But this is the thing I need to do. He apparently thought about that and said, yeah, I don't want to retire. I've got too much left to give to the game. So, yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Browns also had some news in the contract situation.
They are restructuring Deshaun Watson's contract again. They free up $36 million in cap space. So he's going to get his $46 million he was going to make this year, but he's going to get it in the form of a bonus.
Yeah.
That won't count all that against the cap.
I feel like I read quite a few Cleveland journalists. I'm going to say journalists. I'm going to mean that, not air quote it. But I read quite a few Cleveland journalists who cover this team who were all like, yeah, Browns did the expected move, bookkeeping move. Yep, this is good. Frees up cap space. Now, instead of being like negative $23 million, they're positive $12 million in cap space. There will be other moves. But I saw a couple people pointing out that the only way to do this, to get $36 million in relief on the cap by restructuring, is that they probably had to add another void year to the end of the existing deal.
That's right.
On which there are already 2 redone void years because of the amount of times they've restructured this. That means in 2027 through 2029, there will now be $53 million in dead cap money spread out over those years. That doesn't sound like a lot when you spread it over 3 years, right? That's like less than $20 million, but it is still a point that he won't be the only deal that will have these type of things built into it. They've restructured quite a few guys over the years trying to create this cap room for the win now mentality. My point is, at some level, you cannot just say, oh, we restructured and bonus and said, yeah, that's fine. It's a signing bonus. Yes, eventually you still have to have this on your books. I know the Haslams are paying it no matter what, but eventually the cap implications do come back to bite you years after this guy has left. So just keep that in mind when you hear about them restructuring this guy, restructuring that guy, freeing up cap space. They're doing that because they're not willing to admit that right now they're not in win now mode. And they probably should just take their medicine, get through these cap hits, and then come out the other side with some rookies and young guys and have a few years where you really could go after free agents. This is not the year to do that, but I'm afraid they're going to try something stupid like that.
Here's a couple tidbits for you. The Chargers, as expected, released Joey Bosa. He has not been well the last couple of years. Reports are the 49ers are sniffing around, which would put him and bro Nick on the same team.
That'd be quite the thing, just from an NFL storyline. You don't see that very often where you have brothers in the league playing the same position.
Think if TJ and JJ ever played together.
Right.
My goodness.
Yeah.
What was this whole thing about JJ like coming back to play for the Bengals?
Yeah.
Did you read this story?
He was getting pretty playful with that and trying to make it seem like he would have done it, but
I guess he's
Bone will tell you.
We talked about this.
Trafford, right, is the goaltender. He finally gave one up.
Yeah. He's an owner of an English soccer team.
Burnley.
Where he's a part owner, right? Like all these guys, they've put in money. And the guy who is their goalkeeper is a fan of the Bengals. That's like his team.
The way he makes it out, it sounds like that whole team has adopted the Bengals. The whole team roots for the Bengals.
Well, partially because, so what this guy did was around Christmas time, he tweeted at J.J. Watt. I don't know if they were at like a function together with the team, and he said, hey, what would it take to get you to come out of retirement and play for my Bengals? And he said, how about you don't let in a goal the rest of the year and I'll think about it? You know, that kind of, just a ha-ha moment. And then he went on like an epic run for like 11 straight games where he didn't give up a goal.
You know what they call that, Bone?
What's that?
A clean sheet.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
He had 11.
You're the guy.
11 clean sheets in a row.
Clean sheet.
That's clean living.
Now, when we talked about this, there were still like 12 games remaining. So he would have had to basically do that again, which would be unheard of.
That would have been the greatest streak of all time.
Double it up. Yeah. So that's why J.J. Watt said that in the first place. It was very unlikely.
So is it over now?
It's over.
Yes, he gave up a goal.
This is what I didn't like. He did something that I didn't like. Adam King actually came in here a couple weeks ago and made this point, and I agreed with him, and that's a rare thing. Why, when something gets to come up about Cincinnati, so he didn't have to go play for the Bengals now, and his way of saying, thank goodness, was to slam Skyline Chili. Come on, JJ. Be better than that. I don't like Skyline Chili anyway. His comment for not having to follow through with this bet now.
Yeah,
Why?
you're right. You know what, Timmy? That's right. Because that's like boiling down an entire area. Like if
it's
you said,
too popular to do. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, JJ, I don't want to go watch your soccer team because I don't like mushy peas and beans in the morning.
Oh,
like
I love them.
I don't want shepherd's pie all day. Yeah.
Not everyone eats that who lives in England. Just some people like it, and that's fine. But you're right. Yeah, that's a low blow.
You're out there eating tatties and mints all day long.
Speaking of tatties, did I tell you that we've been doing shepherd pie all wrong?
No.
I didn't know about this until fairly recently. Shepherd's pie is made with lamb.
Oh, okay. Well,
cottage pie
is beef.
Okay. But we've been calling it the wrong thing.
The shepherds are out there like, hey, got to watch over my little lamb. Oh, not you, buddy. Come over here.
Well, that's right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the
shepherd had I know.
Shepherds have the lamb.
What do you think they raise them for? For pets?
No, but I grew up in the church where, the Lord is my shepherd. We're the sheep. He's the shepherd protecting us from all the wolves and everything.
Well, not this time.
To a certain point. The Lord was fattening us up to eat. I didn't know that.
Oh, it's just an analogy. I think we're taking it a little bit too literally.
Wipe out the whole earth at one point in time anyway?
Timmy, this is why I can't
Did we have a great flood?
I had all these questions too. And then they said, you need to leave. Get out of here with those questions. Those are pests.
So anyway, shepherd's pie, lamb. Okay. Cottage pie, beef.
I got to tell you, I've never heard of cottage pie.
You've had it. It's shepherd's pie.
No. But what I'm saying is I've never even heard the term.
Oh.
She's heard it.
Back in the day, you'd go to the cottage.
Uh-huh.
You'd get away from the city so you could do your good banging.
Out in your cottage?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Well,
you rattled the headboard. No one could hear you.
Didn't you have an estate, Queen? Wasn't there like a country estate?
Many estates.
Like Balmore or something like that, I feel like.
Bowel movement. Yes.
I thought it'd be Balmore, maybe. I don't know.
The Duke and I would go to Balmore, and I would smother him in mashed potatoes. That would be our cottage pie.
Mushy peas. How do you feel about the mint gravy they're throwing out there?
I love a good mint gravy.
Yeah?
Fantastic.
Parsley gravy. Fan?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad.
I'm British. I love a good meat pie.
I don't assume you like everything that they serve, Queen.
I do.
Why is it so much with the pies out there, Queen? Why? Like, why did it break that way?
Well, we have a very drizzly climate. You know, you come in from the cold and wet.
It's drizzly.
What do you want?
What's another word for that? When it's drizzly out?
You had a lot of porridges, don't you? Pies and porridges.
You want to warm your belly.
It's damp. It's drizzly.
Hot liquids.
Some might even say it's moist.
Mushed up
moist.
stuff.
I didn't know we were looking for.
Yeah, you don't want to moist. No,
Lizzie
never
doesn't
mind.
like it dry as a bone.
I'll just leave it there. All right. That's fine.
Hey, I actually agree with Jay Billis on something.
Okay.
Which is a shocker because I find him to be an annoying idiot.
Oh.
But I agree with him, and I want to get Timmy's take on this too because he's the college basketball expert at this radio station. He's not, but let's pretend that he is.
Well, can we get Jacob Reimer in here? Because I think if he could add something to this, that'd be really...
Timmy, he's giving you the death ray.
Wow. Wow.
Cowan, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And traffic is slow on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Livingston Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Eat Lux your way with the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Lux craving boxes from Taco Bell at participating stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. The perfect low-rate card for your wallet. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you buy from Pella, you could meet Brad, Bob, maybe Mike, or 54 others that make our local Pella team so awesome.
And if you buy from me, you'll get to meet me.
Just a one-man operation, Wilson?
I've got a bunch of cousins helping me, but based on their work, I'm not sure they've got thumbs.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
No matter where you are, Coughlin is there, in store or online. CoughlinCars.com. 13 new car brands, over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, 16 convenient locations for sales, service, and parts, plus 4 state-of-the-art collision centers. CoughlinCars.com. Shop locally owned, CoughlinCars.com. Coughlin has the car for you.
For 100 years, our passion at Atlas Butler has been helping people. From those who have relied on us for years to those who call us for the first time. For our team, their families, and our community, Atlas Butler is here to keep Central Ohio safe and comfortable with trusted, convenient service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
The Open Season Sportsman's Expo, presented by Progressive and Can-Am, March 14 to 16, heads to the Ohio Expo Center. Tickets on OpenSeasonSportsman'sExpo.com. Buy early and save. Be sure to check out Tacticam and Toyota Tundra, official cell cam and truck of the Expo.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
I'm an old school Joe. I never lay juice I don't want to lay. I don't hate my money like that. I'd rather lay minus 108 than minus 110, wouldn't you? Prime Sports is Ohio's full-time reduced juice sportsbook. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, hey, a fan show where you can be the star. Sundays at 11, it's the new Fan Call-In Show, presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Your calls, your tweets, your voicemails, your opinions. You can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. The Fan
Show, presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Sundays at 11 on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and spring's going to be here before you know it. I know it feels cold now, but before too long, you're going to be outside running around, jogging, wanting to do golf, explore time with your family, get outside and do the things you love. Just be active. And listen, a lot of my friends, they're asking me about QC Kinetics joint treatments. They want to know if they should consider it for their joint pain. And if you're wondering, maybe you could be a good candidate, let's see if the answer is yes to any of these questions. Quality of life impacted by chronic pain, knees, hips, back, shoulders, other things. Trouble sleeping, walking, day-to-day movement? Check. Next, avoiding surgery, the pain, the downtime? Check. Most importantly, do you miss doing the things I talked about when the spring and summer are here? Check. Don't wait. If you answered yes to one or any of those, you'd be a great candidate. You can go in there, go to QC Kinetics, ask for their free consultation, find out what it's all about, learn about the latest advances in regenerative medicine. They've got locations in Dublin and Gehenna, or you can go to qckinetics.com/Columbus, or better yet, call 380-208-4544.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. This is pretty big news.
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson apparently went to Cincinnati today and met with the Browns and said, hey, we have not reached a contract status extension in 2 years of negotiations. I would like your permission to go out and seek a trade on my own behalf. And the Bengals agreed to it.
Oh,
that doesn't mean that they can't work anything out, but
no, of course not.
He's essentially requested a trade, and they've granted it to him.
Right. I mean, this is a little different, I guess, than the Myles Garrett situation where he's saying, I don't want to be here. And the Browns were like, tough nuts. Like, you're going to be here. We're not trading you. Bengals are saying, hey, if you can find a deal, we'll work it out. We'll get something back for you. But, man, what is I don't know what the Bengals defense is going to look like next year, but I can't imagine if he's not there that it's better than it was last year. And last year, it was abysmal.
Hope and a prayer, Bone. I mean, they got rid of Lou Anarumo.
Right.
I love it too how Zach Taylor is just got full reign to make all these choices.
Yeah.
When so many people are looking at him and they're saying, well, what are you doing to manage this team and manage the game? You know, I mean, you are somewhat responsible for this defense as well, and just how the whole team operates. And the offensive line performance, he's just letting go of assistant coaches left and right and trying to rebuild this, but I know this isn't necessarily his realm with the player personnel, but this stings. If they want to let go of Trey on a defense that bad, yikes.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Jay Billis. I can't stand him, but he has some changes he'd like to see to college basketball, and I agree with him on the changes. Now, Timmy's here. In the hierarchy of college basketball knowledge and fandom here at the radio station, I put him a solid third behind Evil Bald Colin and Jacob Reimer.
Good.
Keep talking.
Right.
Maybe Cole, too. Cole's working his way up there as well.
Cole into the number 3 spot.
So Jay
Billis slip into the Mount Rushmore.
Says we need to go to quarters. We're the only game of basketball played in the world that doesn't have quarters, men's college basketball. And the reason I like it is you can reset team fouls at the end of the first and third quarters. It's just a smart thing to do. He said, and we have to change the replay rule, make it like the NBA, give each team one challenge. If they get their first one right, they keep it for one more. And then that's it. Because the referees, and it's not their fault, it's the rule, they spend more time watching TV than they do officiating the game.
Mm-hmm.
I like both of those.
Mm-hmm.
I think, women's college basketball does quarters, and I think that it drags the game down, that you can very quickly be in the bonus and the double bonus, and that hampers you and hampers the style of play for the rest of the half.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we've evolved past that.
Yeah, and he makes a great point where it is just the only level of basketball. We don't know what the 20-minute half is when we're in youth basketball, when we pick it up as kids, and then when we go past college basketball back to the pros, or if it's international. Nowhere else are the 20-minute halves still being used. And the fouling issue could be the greatest point to make for it, that you get so out of the flow, because a lot of times you will see officials will change the way, or a game sort of tightens up or opens up one way or the other, but it's different from the way that they were calling the hand checking and just the body contact fouls. So it doesn't kill you. It's not the end of the game if you get like 8 foul calls in the first 8 minutes of a second half, which you see quite a bit.
Yeah.
And too much of that game is played in the 1-on-1 and then the double bonus.
I feel like so many times when I watch, because I watch a lot of women's college basketball, when I watch a men's game, I feel like there are times where we get bogged down like at the 7-8 minute mark, where it's like everybody's shooting 2 for the rest of the way. And then, I mean, every foul just takes longer, right? Whereas in women's college basketball, you have those moments, but there are so many times where I feel like I've watched a women's college basketball game and I get done with it and I'm like, wow, that was quick. I can't believe that's over now. And then I look at the clock for a men's game, and sometimes I'm like, we got 5 minutes left, and this thing's been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes as it is, and this is going to drag out another half hour.
Well, not only that, it changes the way that you design and run your offense, because as a coach, if you see, hey, we're in the double bonus, all of a sudden, then pretty much every single play you draw up is try and draw contact, get to the free throw line.
Why would you shoot threes at that point? Or why would you try anything else that's outside of the paint?
And so you hear about like late game situations, which, by the way, did you enjoy that game last night? Alabama and Florida. Florida is a really, really good team. And all these SEC squads, they are built to have a deep run. So Florida and Bama, great stuff. But replay reviews at the end of college basketball games.
That's the other thing.
This has been something that I've been hammering on for years, and it's got to change. For one, the major conferences should be able to have, like the NFL does and some of these other leagues do, an actual replay center. Now, if that's, again, major conferences have their own, or if it's something where the NCAA, has an office where they look at that, I think they should go to a challenge system where you can't just simply make the universal signal in college hoops. Now, where I'm doing this with my finger, like, go look at it, do the review. 2 challenges, maybe a third for the entire game. Use them wisely. And you can also challenge fouls, because we're doing this now in other leagues. And I like that, to give someone another look at a key foul in a game. Well, maybe there was or wasn't contact and the whistle was blown. But you got to end ruining the flow of every college basketball game that's a 1 or 2 possession game.
Well, to your point, Timmy, because you're right. You watch college basketball, how many times do you see all the coaches, players, everybody signaling for a review, and then the referees are going and looking at it? If you had unlimited timeouts, could you imagine what a disaster that would be in college basketball? If you could just take a timeout whenever you felt like it. If team goes on,
there's a reason why
they give you a limited amount of them, because they know there would be teams that would take a timeout every 2 minutes to reset something or figure something out. You should do the same thing with replay review. Yes, you want to get the game, you want to get these calls right, but also that should be up to the coaches to say, that's not a big, like every
not
time.
Not big enough for us.
Every time after 5 minutes when the ball goes out of bounds and 2 guys have kind of been grabbing at it, they take 5 minutes to see, well, did it touch his fingertip?
You do have unlimited timeouts. We basically have unlimited timeouts in basketball, and it sucks. It's just an awful way to watch, and I think it's an awful way to play and coach as well.
Yep.
Pizza time.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
The next matchups in Pizza Madness will be decided in 6 minutes. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for an accident that's causing delay on Harrisburg Pike at Red Rock Boulevard. And you're going to hit a couple minutes slowdown on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and 5th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
A Tim Hortons treat with Nutella is the perfect way to add a little joy to your day, whatever your day brings. Imagine reading your book with a smooth hazelnut mocha iced cap topped with Nutella, or tackling your to-do list with a delicious croissant filled with Nutella and whipped sweet cream. And when you're heading to the office, grab a hazelnut mocha iced coffee with cold foam, because there's nothing better than combining that irresistible Nutella taste with your favorite Tims. Treat yourself with the Nutella lineup, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Naturally and artificially flavored.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection.
One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. As football winds down, college basketball is gearing up, and fans are ready to see which teams will prove they are ready to shine in March and who will be seen in San Antonio. You can get in all the action from tip-off to the final whistle at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new ESPN Bet Sportsbook customers can bet $10 and get $100 back in bonus bets and unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
They're trained. They're fired up. Let's do it. When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
No matter where you are, Coughlin is there, in store or online. CoughlinCars.com. 13 new car brands, over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, 16 convenient locations for sales, service, and parts, plus 4 state-of-the-art collision centers. CoughlinCars.com. Shop locally owned, CoughlinCars.com.
Coughlin has a car for you. At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
You know that project you've been working on, just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Leases on approved credit. No security deposit required. Tax, tags, title, and dealer fees extra. Ends April 1st.
I'm Rick Reichert. If the calendar says March and there's basketball on TV, it can only mean one thing. Mark down madness at number 1, Reichert Ford. Reichert Ford has sold vehicles to every state in the nation. And we'll sell you one too. Lease new 2024 F-150S TX for just $399 a month for 36 months. 0 down. Plus you get Reichert Ford's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty, because we're dealing. Saving money is a slam dunk at Reichert Ford. Lease new 2024 Bronco Sport for just $399 a month for 36 months. 0 down. Plus Reichert Ford's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. It's madness. Mark down madness at the number 1 largest volume Ford dealer in Ohio, Reichert Ford. At Route 33 and Hamilton Road, 2 minutes off 270, and at ReichertFord.com. We're dealing.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
Based on 2024 Ford report for total new retail sales. Cincinnati region. Leases on approved credit. No security deposit required. Tax, tags, title, and dealer fees extra. Ends April 1st.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. After dropping the opener of the road trip Tuesday night at Tampa, the Blue Jackets continue their Florida swing, facing the Florida Panthers tonight at sunrise, 7 p.m. faceoff right here on the Fan. The Cincinnati Bengals have granted defensive end Trey Hendrickson's permission to seek a trade. Hendrickson has been an All-Pro all 4 seasons that he's played with the Bengals. Cleveland Browns are restructuring the contract of quarterback Deshaun Watson once again, a move that will clear nearly $36 million in salary cap presence for the Browns. Watson still has 2 years remaining on his deal and is owed $46 million in each of the next 2 seasons. Oregon head coach Dan Lanning has gotten a new contract that will reportedly pay him close to $11 million and keep him locked up through the 2030 season. One top 25 hoops team in action tonight. 8th-ranked Michigan State is at Iowa. Spartans have already clinched a share of the Big Ten regular season title. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
It's pizza time. First round action. This time in the sausage region. After that, we have one more region to go. That's the eggplant region. And then next week, we're on to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Number 1 seed Tommy's is up against the number 16 Cheshire Market. Tommy's.
What can you not say about Tommy's, right?
Campus locations closed now. It's UA and Dublin. Classic Columbus-style pizza, pep, sausage, the end.
Yeah, I mean,
I need nothing else.
No, it is one of my ultimates. It's one of my favorites. It is if you want a cracker crust, right? That's their thing. They do that cracker thin crust. Get an extra little bake on it too if you really want that. But man, that is one of my all-time favorites. One of your all-time favorites. It's one of Columbus's all-time favorites. It's great.
Now, I know we're only judging based on how it comes out of the oven normally, even though sometimes I like to request my pizzas well done. If you get that Tommy's pizza cooked properly, it's not just crispy, it shatters.
Mm-hmm.
It shatters when you eat it.
Yeah. Dude, again, if you didn't grow up with it, maybe it's not your thing, but you didn't grow up with it, and you've enjoyed it. You've come to love it, being here for over 20 years.
Good pizza, Bone.
Right.
So I love Tommy's Pizza. They're 1 seed. I know they're divisive because we got people who don't like Tommy's. Now, Cheshire Market, 5094 Cheshire Road in Galena. They claim to have the best pizza in Galena. So without doing any additional research, I'm going to say yes.
Well, Galena is not the largest
Are they known
metro area
for their pizza? I don't know. Now, the fans came out for Cheshire Market. Congratulations, man. You've got legion of fans that came out. They showed up on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitter. They showed up and they made their presence known. I commend you for it. I went in there and I tried it. It's not super thin. It had some chew to it. They give you an option for a spicy red sauce, which I do appreciate.
That's good.
It was good, solid pizza. You're not advancing. All right, Tommy's is going to... No, but hold on a second now.
Okay, all right.
I enjoyed it. It was good. And the passion that we received from those fans, you have earned yourself a spot in next year's bracket, and more importantly, you've earned yourself a better seed in next year's bracket.
Yeah, I will tell you, this place, for what it's worth, if you didn't know, because I was unaware, they have a pizza lunch buffet Tuesdays and Thursdays, it says here, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And I love that they open at 10.
Yeah.
I love it.
They do. They also do, it says here, pizza buffet Thursday only, all you can eat pizza and salad bar, and it's a different price than the lunch buffet. That leads me to believe that Thursday, which is today, is pizza buffet day at Cheshire Market. I could be wrong on that, but that's what it looks like because it says Tuesday they have spaghetti night because they also have other food you can order. They have subs and other dishes
that's
you can
fine.
get.
We're not judging that.
No. But what I'm saying is I want to give Cheshire Market their due here. Their fans came out big time. They have a pizza buffet, which is not what we're judging, right? We're judging the actual pie itself, not all the accomplishments that you have, things like that. But this sounds like a place right up our alley. Sounds like a place that, we would enjoy if we'd had. If I'd had it more, I could probably tell you that, maybe it would be a little higher on my list. But yeah, go check this place out. If you're anywhere close to Galena, go get it.
All right, Tommy's moves on, right?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, we had nearly 4,000 votes for this thing.
I understand.
No, I'm saying between the two, between Tommy's and Cheshire Market, I thought this would be like Tommy's by 80%, just a quick.
The Galena Hillbillies came out and represented. So Cheshire Market, your little tournament stops here. But congratulations on a job done. There's going to be some controversy on this one here. So the 8 seed, OH Pizza and Brew, is going up against the number 9 seed, DeCarlo's, home of the Ohio Valley style pizza. OH Pizza and Brew. Let's do that first.
Yeah.
88 East Broad inside the Key Bank building. I actually tried to go a few weeks back, but they were closed. And then I read something about how the building had no heat. And I know that since they sold that Key Bank building a couple years ago, they've had all sorts of problems with it. And tenants have moved out. And I wouldn't be surprised if OH Pizza and Brew wants to get the hell out of there. So I actually didn't get a chance to have this pizza. The last time that I had it was when they were in the old Plug Nickel building downtown. And that was probably 6-7 years ago. And when I did have it, it was very good. But I'm basing my opinion off of something that I had many years ago.
Yeah. Well, they do have other locations. And because they have OH Pizza and Brew is the one downtown, but they have 2 locations that are called OH Pizza and Wings.
I know, but that's tricky because if you go online and you search for OH Pizza and Brew, it doesn't mention those other 2 sites.
But then you go on their website and they do have all of them listed. So you can, what I'm saying is, I've had this pizza multiple times. I really like OH Pizza and Brew, but the pizza is very, very good. It is a crispier crust. They do a nice bake on the cheese. I don't recall it, because again, I haven't had it in a while either, but from what I recall, it was not like ooey gooey. They have a little bit of a caramelization to it, and I get the pepperonis. They're not your standard cup and char, but there's definitely a curl to them that is very good if you like that, but very thin pepperoni, so you get a lot of charred edges, which I like.
All right, DeCarlo's, Ohio Valley style pizza. They have a location downtown. They have a location in Westerville. They used to have one in Hilliard, which is sometimes open. I don't know. Is that open or closed now?
I think I don't want to say. I don't know. I just know that that's the one I went to when I had it.
All right. This is polarizing. I actually like the Ohio Valley style pizza. They have a terrific cook on the crust. It is a square pizza. It is not a Sicilian. It is not a Detroit. It is not a grandma. It's its own creation. It has a wonderful crispiness to it. The cold cheese on the top is an experience. Now, I believe if you want that, you have to actually ask for it Ohio Valley style. If not, they're just going to give you a square piece of pizza cooked normally.
I think that's correct, if I'm not mistaken, at least around here. Maybe if you're like closer to the original locations, out near the Ohio Valley, out there by West Virginia and all that, maybe that is the way they do it. But when I ordered it here, I'm pretty sure I had to ask, like, do I have to say something extra? They said, yes, you need to tell us if you don't want us to bake the whole thing.
If you're not familiar with this, they take a pie out of the oven and then they put a handful of cold cheese, shredded cold cheese on top of it, and they'll put a handful of pepperoni on top of it, too, if you want it. Some people don't like it. They call it Lunchable pizza.
Okay.
I like the contrast in texture and flavor. It's not something that I would probably order every single Friday, but I like it the Ohio Valley style. I think it's a really solid pie. I've had it many times, and if it's up to me, DeCarlo's moves on.
Yeah. I'm going to go with DeCarlo's, too. I like that. That crust is undeniably... It's probably one of the best 3 crusts I've ever had.
If you don't like that crust, you don't like crusts.
No. Just stop.
You're the person that just throws the crust away.
Stop eating. Go to DeCarlo's and tell them to bake it the normal way so you don't get if you're not big on the cold cheese, but go for the crust, man, because it is something excellent. I don't know how to describe it any better than that.
DeCarlo's?
Yeah, DeCarlo's wins.
All right, next up, the 5 seed, Adriatico's, is up against the 12 seed, Massey's. I have history with both of these places. Adriatico's 1618 Neal. They've moved from their original location. They call it New York style, but it's not. This is one of my pet peeves. Just because it's hand-tossed and it's triangle does not make it New York style. What it does make it is delicious. It's a hand-tossed pie. It is very good. triangle cut. They do square pizzas as well. I think the dough is probably the same. They do a pep and hot honey pizza that is fantastic. They do the larger pepperoni pieces, though.
Yes, they do.
I like to call them man nipple pepperoni. Like big ones.
Are your nipples big?
A little bit bigger than the cup and char.
Okay, I was going to say, because I don't know that that's just a man's nipples that are like that.
And that's okay. You know, I love a cup and char, but this is good too. Adriatico's a fantastic spot. I'm sad they moved, but I'm glad they're still open.
Yeah, I like Adriatico's a lot. I mean, I've had it for years. It's a Columbus staple. It's one of those places that if you were bringing someone here who said, I only want to eat pizza the entire time I'm in town, take me to the 5 or 6 best places in Columbus. This is going to be, if it's not on your list, it should be. It's one of those places you just have to take everyone to try once. But I am with you as someone who loves a New York slice. This is not New York style pizza. Don't just say it's Adriatico.
That's okay.
It's Adriatico's and that's it.
It's their style. Massey's is the 12 seed. Local chain. Let me tell you something. They're going to be a hard out. You and I both had Massey's yesterday.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of recency bias, but I will tell you my history with Massey's coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 3rd Street. And there's a small delay on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through March 31st. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen. To draft an agent for your team, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money. It's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People who do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
When you're on the go, every minute of the day counts. Meijer Home Delivery and Pickup helps you make the most of every second. Get all your weekly shopping online, quickly and easily, from wherever you are, whenever you want. Then have your Meijer order delivered to your home, or swing by and pick it up when you're out and about. Whatever works best for your schedule. The good life is in reach with Meijer Home Delivery and Pickup.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Bone, did you know that March has a lot of college basketball?
Why, yes, I did, Common Man. And the best place to watch all the action and play the action is at Hollywood Casino. You can reserve your table now at HollywoodColumbus.com.
Not only that, every Saturday in March is UFC Fight Night. They're showing every fight on the big screen. Watching at home is boring. Don't be boring.
All the action happens at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For 100 years, our passion at Atlas Butler has been helping people. From those who have relied on us for years to those who call us for the first time. For our team, their families, and our community, Atlas Butler is here to keep Central Ohio safe and comfortable with trusted, convenient service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800
listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, breezy, and chilly on this Thursday, but at least we're dry. Temperatures around 40 degrees. Overnight, we'll fall back down to around 30, increasing clouds and a bit breezy. During the day on Friday, a couple of flurries early, but a better chance of cold rain showers in the afternoon and plenty of clouds. High temperatures in the low to mid 40s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
The dumb is strong with this show. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Before we get back to the pizza, I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. You know, spring is coming. Or here, depending on how you believe things.
Oh, no, it's not here yet.
Well, it's March.
Yet. No. This is the first of like 6. We're about to get a fake spring next week. Just remember that's not real.
All right, but what I'm saying to you is real gardeners are going out and starting to prep things now.
Okay.
You're not planting necessarily, but you're prepping. Now, can you grow a thick, lush garden without using some sort of plant food?
I mean,
nutrients?
No, I would think you probably need to. Yeah, you need to take care of your garden.
You really need to enrich the soil because then and only then will the plants reach their full potential. The same thing is happening inside your body as a man. Dudes just naturally start losing their testosterone in their 20s and 30s. You need to replenish so that your tulips will bloom.
Okay.
You like that?
Sure. I don't know. Tulips, fine. Maybe, well, whatever. Never mind. I'll leave the plant analogies to you, buddy.
See my friends at Tri-State Men's Health like I do, like Timmy does, like Tyvis Powell does, like Marty Brenneman does. All the cool cats are doing it. Get back to your energy level, your tulip. Grow your tulip. 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
I was thinking more like an oak might be appropriate. You know?
It is pizza time. We're in the middle of a 5-12 matchup. Adriatico's the 5 seed up against the number 12 seed, Massey's. Massey's local chain. Here's my story with Massey's. I came to interview for a job here at the Fan in December of 2003.
Okay. That's a long time ago,
December of 2003.
How many people in our audience not alive when that happened? There's probably
we got people who work here
That's right.
that weren't alive. December 2003, and I'm getting a tour around the radio station, and that day, Massey's had done a food drop at the radio station. Kirk Herbstreit is standing out in the hallway. Hey, Mike, nice to meet you. Have a piece of Massey's. He offered me a piece of pizza.
That's very nice.
And so I had it. Massey's was my first piece of Columbus-style pizza, and it was given to me by Kirk Herbstreit.
Oh.
And I still have that memory.
Is that a good memory now for you? Because you hate Herbie.
I mean, I hate Herbie, but it's a good pizza memory.
I enjoy a Massey's pizza. I have for years. They have had a pizza buffet for years as well, which is always a plus. The thing I will tell you with Massey's, Like, yes, get the standard that you like, get their cheese, get their pepperoni or sausage, whatever you normally like. But if you have not had, they have like a barbecue chicken pizza. That's one of the best ones I've had. Now, they don't put a red onion on it. Some people insist you have to have a red onion on a barbecue chicken pizza. I don't think you do. That one has bacon on it, though, and I'd rather have bacon than a red onion personally. The sauce is great. Everything's great on there. Massey's Pizza, one of my all-time favorites. This is one of the hardest matchups for me on this whole thing.
So where are you leaning? Because I'm tossed up. I don't know.
I mean, I am a little more partial to Massey's myself, but
Teddy, you've had both of these, haven't
Adriatico's
you?
is really good.
I have had both of them.
So what do you think?
Well, I mean, the Massey's, like you mentioned, it's sort of the classic, definitely, Columbus pizza, and I enjoy that. But I mean, I could probably go either way on these.
We need some sort.
It's a good thing we had votes.
All right, come on.
Massey's got 984 votes in this first round, a very good showing. Adriatico's got 1,132 votes. So I think it's so close for me and Teddy.
It's a toss-up.
And I know it's tough for you too, but the fans spoke there, and I think we need to go with that when we are all at a loss.
Yeah,
So-
and Adriatico's is sort of, I mean, I like that maybe just because of the memories. I had that in college all the time because I lived there in the campus area.
You were banging then.
Yeah, and back when I was banging, and we had the Adriatico's, and it was fantastic.
Have you been to the new spot yet?
I have not.
We should all go down there because I've not been to the new spot yet.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, Adriatico's moves on. It was tough. Thank you, Massey's. You know what I like about Massey's too?
What's that?
It's not square cut. It's rectangle cut. Cut into strips.
It is. Yeah, well, that's a Columbus style thing. I
understand, but not all the places do that.
I know that, but most people don't know that. That's like a real Columbus style pizza to me. If you're going to do it 100% accurate, it is one line down the middle and then a bunch of long cuts, and you get those long, thin pieces. To me, that makes it truly a Columbus style. But again, that's just a cut. It has to do more with the crust, the cornmeal, all that other stuff on it.
I'm going to aggravate you with this next matchup.
Oh.
The 4-seed Benny's Pizza out in Marysville up against the 13-seed Brooklyn's Pizza, 240 North Liberty Street in Powell. Now, Benny's, 968 Columbus Avenue in Marysville. Doughier crust, nice chew to it, good flavor. I'm more of a fan of the specialty pizzas that they have there. The original pepin sausage was good, but I didn't think it was outstanding. I actually like the chicken ranchero pizza.
Okay.
And they have a gyro pizza with the tzatziki. You can get it with chicken or gyro meat. I prefer the gyro meat. It's that nice, greasy, shaved, half beef, half lamb mixture.
Okay.
Very good specialty pizzas. Good place. Benny's, very popular. I don't have to tell you. You live in Marysville. You know the deal.
Well, a lot of people, when you come to Marysville, Benny's is the place they talk about. And I have lived in Marysville for a very, very long time now. And I have had probably a metric ton of Benny's pizza. So I have a very well-formed opinion on Benny's.
Brooklyn's Pizza, which I actually had for the first time just a few weeks back in Powell. A lot of places talk about New York-style pizza. This is actual New York-style pizza.
Yeah, it's not just the name of Brooklyn Pizza. Like they do it right.
They do slices there, which slices are fine, but they're pre-made and they're warming it up. You're essentially paying for leftover pizza. But if you just want a slice, I got it. The pies, the whole pies, are fantastic. And if you want to try it, I recommend getting a whole pie. Pep and cheese, traditional New York slice. That's what I would go with every single time. The margarita pizza, which you know that I order everywhere I go. It was very good, and they topped it with a light drizzle of pesto.
Oh.
Which was a nice touch. It tells me they take their craft seriously.
Yeah.
Now, have you tried it?
I have.
Okay, so
I've had it multiple times.
I don't really care for this, but the thing that I know you like about it or going to like about it is they have sliced sausage like they do on the East Coast.
I am very aware of that because we talked about this years ago on the show, how I like a sausage that's sliced like a pepperoni. Some of them even get the cup and char. That is what I'm used to when I go back to see my family in New Jersey. And I have always loved that. I almost prefer that to any other type of sausage. I like all types. Sausage good. Me likey sausage. But that when I see that out here, that just warms me, and it's one of my favorite styles that I can get. So someone recommended that a few years ago when we were talking about that, and that's when I checked out Brooklyn for the first time, and I have been back multiple times since because of that.
Now, I know that you're a Marysville guy, and I know this is going to be very controversial, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off, including you, but I'm inclined to advance the 13 seed Brooklyn's over the 4 seed Benny's.
Well,
please don't kill me.
Well, the online voting is Benny's won handedly.
I know. I understand that.
2-1.
I know I'm on an island by myself, probably.
But you know what? Sometimes the people are wrong. And sometimes just because you live somewhere doesn't mean you think it's the best pizza.
I am shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Are you voting for Brooklyn's too?
Let me tell you something right now. Benny's is good. Buckeye Pizza in Marysville, better. There you go.
Well, they're not in this.
I know they're not. And I'm just telling you, I get that more. Now, I know if you know the story in Marysville, what I just said there is like I just set off Hatfields and McCoys, and there's going to be a lot of infighting about that. But the reality is I don't prefer Benny's over Brooklyn Pizza. I like Benny's. It's good. I have had it plenty. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you put a slice of both in front of me, well, one, the Brooklyn slice is going to be like 8 times bigger. But also, that's just, I like that Brooklyn piece. I think they do better. Their New York style is better than anything that I can get at Benny's. So,
I'll tell you. Are we actually going to do it? We're gonna buck the votes?
Well, you know what, Mike? I live in Marysville, and I'll say this. Marysville, if you're mad at me, pass the school levy, and then maybe I'll vote for your pizza place. How about that? Meanwhile, Brooklyn!
Wow, the 13 seed. I'm going to say on a last-second buzzer beater.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Brooklyn's moves on. Man, you're not going to be able to go home tonight.
No, that's all right.
I don't live in Marysville.
They can deal. They can deal. All right.
All right, next up. Bavelli's, which is in Newark. They have one in Newark and one in Johnstown. I had not heard of them, but I took the trip, and I had Bavelli's. They showed up hard in the first vote when we were asking for recommendations. Who should be in this? I think the entire city of Newark took the day off and voted for all their favorite pizza places. They're going up against the number 14 seed Yellow Brick Pizza. We'll discuss that in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 71 on the north side after 670. And things are moving a little slow on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
If your neighbors have begged you to somehow move your ugly garage door to the back of your house, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get one line on unlimited welcome for $45 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Columbus Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Listen to this show or go to hell. This is Man and Bone.
We are in the middle of the sausage region of pizza madness. And we just had our most controversial take to date.
Oh, well.
The 4 seed Benny's does not get out of the first round. They lose to the 13 seed Brooklyn's Pizza. And this is a call from me and Bone. The votes out there.
Votes were for Benny's.
We're for Benny's, but we're the ultimate deciders here. We had strong feelings about it. I am shocked that T-Bone, who lives in Marysville, went against Benny's. You may have to sleep on my couch tonight.
So I may not be able to back in my own house because everybody there likes Benny's too. But
who else is pissed off at us, Teddy? You said somebody else was pissed off? Is it about the Benny's?
Yeah, I saw Joshua Perry's not happy because of the Cheshire.
The Cheshire Market? He's a big fan?
Cheshire Market, yeah, because he said he grew up on that, and that's the best pizza in America, so you guys are dead to him now.
Okay, well,
He's also a guy who eats circus peanuts.
He does. I remember his Halloween. Was it Halloween candy rankings where it was like a Werther's original, and then I think it was like circus peanuts, and then third I think was asparagus. It was some like insane it's like, what is this ranking, JP? What are we talking about?
Joshua, this is what I like. This is why we did this, because people are so passionate about pizza.
No, I'll give it to Cheshire Market. I had no idea it was that popular.
I know, me
and
too.
It now has me. Jen Winters and I were sitting in the office when we saw all this morning. And we're looking at their website, and we saw they had a pizza buffet, and we both actually said, should we just take the station van and go up there and get pizza, like just to confirm? And we didn't do it. But I will be at Cheshire Market. I will be giving it much more consideration next year.
Next year, they'll get a better seed. Don't worry about it.
By the way, we're doing this next year, so now you know. There you go.
We're doing this next month, probably.
We're doing this every day we can, quite honestly.
Bavelli's the 3 seed. They're in Newark and Johnstown. They're going up against the 14 seed Yellow Brick Pizza. Bavelli's first. Thin, crispy, good pep. I also had a chicken bacon ranch pizza that was very good. Okay. I enjoyed it. First time I'd been there just because of this competition. You guys voted for it to have it in this competition, so I went and checked it out. Very solid. Yellow Brick Pizza, 415 West Rich. Hand-tossed artisan pie. I prefer the specialty pizzas. They had a 4 cheese that had a garlic cream sauce base.
Yeah.
Delicious. They also had a pizza with potatoes on it, like rosemary potatoes. I forget the name of it.
They have 2 pizzas with potato. One of them is like a loaded baked potato pizza. And then
it wasn't that one.
I know that. And then they have another one that, yes, it's just more of like a lot of different toppings, but potatoes was one of them. And I thought that's pretty interesting.
They do a Chicago-style stuffed pizza. They make a special point to say that it's stuffed, and there is a difference. It was good, a little bready for my liking, but if you like that style, they have it there too. I thought both of these were very good. I'm inclined to say Yellow Brick Pizza as the 14 seed, which would be another huge upset.
Well, I will be very fair and say that I have not had Bavelli's, so I probably shouldn't vote on this. I have had Yellow Brick Pizza multiple times, and I am a massive fan of that place. I do that. That is another one where you are getting a very close approximation to a New York style pizza that warms me, and I do enjoy that pizza a lot. So, and yes, the fact you can get a Chicago stuff there is also great. But I mean, again, what the voting online is heavily in favor of Yellow Brick.
Okay.
I like Yellow Brick personally, but again, I haven't had Bavelli's. So
I've had both.
So what do you say?
If I had to go back to one today, I'd probably go back to Yellow Brick. But Bavelli's was very good.
All right.
And I'd be happy to have him in the tournament next year.
Yellow Brick moves on.
6 seed Planks on Parsons is going up against the 11 seed Little Sicily's. Little Sicily's is on the corner of Refugee and Bryce. Planks is on Parsons.
Well, it's Planks on Parsons, right? Yeah.
All right. You start with this one. You go.
Well, I mean, Little Sicily's is where I grew up next to Little Sicily's over there in Bryce. Like, it's it's a very nice pizza that they do. It is very much in that tavern style that I've enjoyed, and it's very good.
It's not as thin.
No, it is.
It has a little bit of chew to it.
It is a little more chewy, but that's fine.
Fine.
They give you some big old honking pieces of sausage too. If you like a big piece of sausage, they give you that. Pretty flavorful for the pepin sausage that I recall. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for Ohio style pizza, Columbus style pizza, this will absolutely fit the bill on that. They do a great job out there and have been a long-time pizza place in that southeast side of Columbus. Very good.
Classic style. They also do like the strips, the rectangles.
Yes,
with
they
the
do
cuts.
that as well.
Like you said, I was impressed by the golf ball size hunks of sausage.
They give you some sausage.
And they were juicy and greasy, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Planks on Parsons. Good dough. I would guess they make it themselves. I don't know.
Okay.
Red sauce is sweet, and I knew that going in. I've had it before. Sweet's not really my bag. But they had a specialty pizza that I really did enjoy. It's called the Turkey Tom.
Ooh.
And it's got like a Chipotle ranch that's drizzled on top. You see a lot of chicken pizzas, not a lot of turkey pizzas, and I thought it was very good. You know where I'm going to go on this, so I'm sort of almost going to recuse myself. I'm not a fan of the sweet sauce. Planks is very sweet. I would vote for Little Sicily's. What say you?
Okay. Planks, the bake on planks. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
Because I've only had it a couple times, but from what I recall, it is a very gooey cheese.
Very good.
And some people love a gooey cheese. I tend to be someone who wants a little bit more of a hard bake on there. Now,
Jen Winters likes her cheese white.
she told us
just breathe hard on it. That's all she wants. Don't even put it in the oven. Breathe hard on it.
Jen Winters is like, I got my pizza rare. Yes, you can. Go right ahead. Except she's apparently doesn't think the idea of cold cheese on a pizza is good, but she wants it to be melted, but just not caramelized in any way. I mean, the online voting for planks is like it's like almost 3-1. And I think that's impartially because planks is probably more familiar to a larger swath of our audience.
Teddy, you've had planks, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had both of these.
Both of these, all right. I want to hear your take on it.
But it's been years since I've had them. I mean, so I can't really give an updated comment on them, but I remember just enjoying both of them. So I know you hate the sweet sauce, but I do prefer that a little bit. But we may just have to go to the what the people say on this.
Well, I mean, you are a fan of the Christie's.
Yes. Yeah,
Christie's
which Bone
sauce.
killed. Yeah.
No, I killed that.
I killed.
Okay, well, you killed Kingy's. Okay. Bone killed Kingy's.
I killed both your favorite pizza places, Teddy. I'm sorry. I know I did.
But that's fine. Whatever.
You and Ted decide. I'm not going to vote on this one.
Well, here's what I'm inclined to do. Because I have an affinity for Little Sicily's, having grown up right around the corner from it. Planks I haven't had as often, but I do appreciate that. I think they do a good job for what it is. If you don't like a sweet sauce, you're not going to like their pizza. However, it's still very, very good to me. And it is like winning the online vote by a ton. So,
okay, what are we doing?
I don't feel as strongly about either of these as I did about some of our other previous matchups. So I'm inclined to go with the people. I'm inclined to go with planks.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right. The 7 seed Cardinal Pizza up against the 10 seed Iacanos. Cardinal Pizza, Main Street in Westerville. I had not been there until they were in this tournament, and then I went to have it. Hand-tossed, artisan pie. Margarita was good. Stop putting basil in the oven. I'm going to say it every single time.
I want to go back real quick to Yellow Brick Pizza. On their website, and I don't think they had this just because of you saying this the last week. On their website, when you look at some of their pies where they put fresh basil on it, they specifically mention fresh basil applied after baking.
Yes! That's what you should do. You don't put basil in the oven to die.
No, you got to let it breathe, man. That's the whole point. It's fresh basil. That's what you want. You don't want to bake it.
Cardinal Pizza, good marg. Stop putting basil in the oven.
Yeah.
They do a Columbus-style thin. That was good. I actually preferred the hand-toss, though. The Columbus-style thin I actually had with mushrooms and fresh spinach.
Oh.
Why? Because the person next to me was having that, and it looked good.
And it was?
And it was.
And was it fresh mushrooms or canned?
Fresh mushrooms. That's why I ordered it. I'm not a fan of canned mushrooms.
Good news. Whatever you said would make me want to vomit anyway. So fresh mushrooms or in a can, I hate it.
But Cardinal Pizza was very good. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, I haven't had Cardinal Pizza. Looking at it online, it looks tremendous. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it looks good.
Iacanos, Shawnee Hills and Kenny Road. They have 2 locations. Related to Tommy's. If you like Tommy's, you like Iacanos. Thin, crispy, excellent pep. They have a pizza buffet at various times at the Shawnee location. I think the one off Kenny doesn't do it. At least that's what some of the people told me. They could be wrong. But solid pizza, very good. I'm inclined to go with Iacanos because that's what's familiar to me. Pizza for pizza, I'd probably have that one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, doesn't Iaconos, didn't we establish that they have a pizza buffet?
Yes.
Okay. Which, again, not part of this discussion, just something you should know if you like Iaconos that you can do that. I have to recuse myself because I haven't had Cardinal, but I am a big fan of Iaconos. I do think it's good. I look online here and I see the voting, and again, it's like 3-1, both on Facebook, YouTube, and on our Twitter page. It is all Iaconos all day.
Okay,
so,
let's move Iaconos. A lot of upsets in this region. So the 10-seed Iaconos moves on. Cardinal Pizza does not. The last matchup that we have in the sausage region, Torritas against Panzeras. I'm burping.
Are you okay?
The 2-seed against the 15. We will discuss before we do Degenerate T-Bone coming up next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 30-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on southbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between I-70 and West Broad Street. And there's a 5-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song. Get your max tax refund guaranteed. And new customers get $100 to switch. Don't miss the boat. Book an appointment with the experts today. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Getting great deals at Meijer on the items your family loves makes shopping a good deal better. This week, plump and juicy red seedless grapes are $1.29 a pound. Certified Angus beef ground beef from Chuck is just $4.99 a pound. Purple Cow 48-ounce ice cream and frozen yogurt and select varieties of frozen novelties are just $2.99. And 12 packs of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products are buy two, get one free, plus deposit where applicable. Get more and save more at Meijer. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in store or in the Meijer app.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
And today, Pella is excited to announce our 100-year anniversary.
Cut! Leslie, you accidentally said 100 years.
Not an accident, Wilson.
What?
When you do the windows that look the best, you tend to stick around for a while.
I can't compete with that. Buy from her.
Get the windows that have been around for 100 years. The windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
At NJM Insurance, we like to think of ourselves as a symphony. We start with the foundation of doing the right thing. Then we layer in dedicated reps whose priority is you. Add in excellent discount programs. And last, but certainly not least, we put our policyholders first. And the reason we don't use jingles or mascots is because it's just not us. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
New treatments for joint pain are here. By now you've heard about regenerative medicine. If you're wondering if you're a good candidate, answer these questions. First, does chronic pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or other joints keep you from doing the things you enjoy? Golfing, jogging, time with the family. Does it hurt doing the things you need to do? Like getting out of bed, sleeping, working, and walking. And finally, do you want to avoid surgery and all of the pain, long recovery, and uncertainty that comes with it? If you answered yes to any of those, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Learn about exciting advancements in regenerative treatments that can give you long-lasting pain relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Get your free consultation today. Call QC Kinetics. That's QC Kinetics. Here's the phone number.
Call now, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544.
Meet the new Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery. Scratch off greenhouses to reveal winning numbers for a chance at over $113 million in total cash prizes. That's a spectacular amount of winnings. 5 games from $1 to 20. Multipliers from 5 to 100 times. Chance bonuses and top prizes up to $1 million. When you play the Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs, what you find under a greenhouse could change everything. Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Bishop and Friends.
When I had Odie as a puppy in the back seat, Jesus, take the wheel. I was always prepared with a liner in the back seat and with cleaning supplies because it happened a lot.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat,
they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team, the Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
You imagine it so often, it's almost real. That one dream vacation you know someday you'll take. Then, out of the blue, cancer. And that dream goes off exactly as planned. I would know, kiddo. I'm in the big city with my two best girls. Our fourth big trip since I heard the words cancer-free from my doctor at Ohio Health. All right, girls, let's get another ice cream. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep-making-plans.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
No college education, and it shows. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
We have one more matchup in the sausage region. First round matchup of Man and Bone's Pizza Madness. It is the 2-seed Toritas up against the 15-seed Panzeras. I will start with the 15-seed Panzeras. Okay. 1354 Grandview Ave. I like the crust. Had a nice texture and flavor. Good quality ingredients. The pep I ordered had most of the pep under the cheese, which I don't have a problem with, but if you're not expecting it, you may be annoyed. Sauce was a touch on the sweet side, so you know how I am on that. But it is a solid choice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, longtime Columbus staple. Good pie. I enjoy it. I mean, I personally like the toppings to be on top of the cheese, but I don't deduct points for that. It still all gets in there and tastes good. But yeah, I don't mind this one at all. I like it. It's a pretty decent pizza.
Toritas is the 2-seed here, 3905 Cleveland Avenue. Thin, crispy. Excellent sausage, nice juicy chunks. They put it on raw, and the fat renders as the pie cooks. And yeah. I will say this, and I do not say this lightly. I wish this place was closer to me. Their pepperoni pizza is a top 5 pizza I've ever had in my life.
Really?
That's one of the greatest compliments I can give you.
Oh, I know that because you've had plenty of pepperoni pizzas. What made it specifically?
Oh, just everything about it. Just the quality of the ingredients, the cook on it, the texture of the crust. I loved it all.
I've never had Toritas, but I'm looking.
Delicious.
I'm looking at it now. I mean,
you can't sit in there. It's takeout.
I see what you're saying though. It does, man. It seems like they give you a decent number of pepperoni, but not too much. But man, every single one I'm looking at has a nice little. They all look like the Scoops chips that you see like in the store. They're all curled up.
They take their craft seriously. I want to say they've been around since the 60s, too.
Okay.
They've been around a long time. But I feel like a lot of people sleep on them. They are just delicious. So for my money, Toritas moves on.
You know what? I haven't had Toritas, which is
so
bad,
you don't
bad form on me. No, but what I will tell you is the online voting, it was not close. It was Toritas kind of ran away with it.
All right, we have one region left, and it's the eggplant region, and we'll take care of it tomorrow. Some heavy hitters in the eggplant region, as well as one of my favorite places, George's Pizza up in Shawnee Hills.
Oh, wow.
Little known.
Teddy, I wonder how that's going to go tomorrow with his favorite place. It's going to be interesting.
Hey, I'm going to give my opinion. And then we'll see what the people say, and we'll see what you have to say.
All right.
You've had both of the pizzas.
I have.
You've had George's, and they're up against Possum Howler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Had both.
Which way are we going to go?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
Tomorrow. All right. What do you want me to do it now? Do the segment now for tomorrow? There's voting going on right now, man. I don't want to influence that.
Go vote on the socials, Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter at Man and Bone 971. Degenerate T-Bone.
Common Man and T-Bones. Degenerate T-Bone.
Degenerate T-Bone.
T-Bone's picks for the weekend.
Sponsored by Ohio Health. Choose between virtual or in-person appointments at 200-plus care sites, providing the finest care anywhere. OhioHealth.com/finest care.
Also, tomorrow, Timmy will come in and stump for Flyers Pizza like you've never heard anybody stump before.
Who is Flyers up against tomorrow?
Cardo's.
Okay. Yeah, well, he's not going to be alone in that because I'm a big Flyers guy, Mike. You know that. All right, so I've got a couple things for you here. We've got Major League Baseball getting ready to start up sooner than later. And the over-unders, we've done that. We've talked about some of the over-unders for all of the Major League Baseball teams. I found, though, an article about the 3 most bet Major League Baseball win total overs.
Okay.
So these are the 3 that the most bettors have gone to and said, that looks like good value.
They're going to outperform.
They're going to outperform. One of those teams is the Boston Red Sox. Their over-under for the season is 86.5 wins. A lot of bettors feel strongly. Now, that could be because they are seeing something in the metrics that tells them Boston's going to get it done. Could also be there's just a lot of Red Sox fans that are, drunk and screaming at everyone going, how dare you, Jared? My team's going to win. And then they just go vote. I don't know. They place their bets. But the Red Sox are one of the top 3. Teddy's Cincinnati Reds with an over-under win total of 78.5. Apparently, a lot of people feel like Terry Francona is now the guy there. He's your manager. He's going to come in. 78 wins. That's nothing. They're going to blow past that, and people feel strongly they're betting that. But, Mike, the top bet on the overs, it's just a simple fact of math. It is your Chicago White Sox. People are looking at the over-under again because their number is so low. Their over-under is 53.5. You got a lot of gamblers who are saying 53.5. You can't possibly be as bad as last year.
Listen to me. That would be 12 games better than they were last year. And this roster is arguably worse.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
They're not going over 53.
Okay.
Take the under.
I'm telling you, the over is one of the most popular bets in baseball betting right now. So, you know what? If this were like the stock market where you could short stocks, that would be what your play is here. Because a lot of people seem to believe they're going to outperform 53.5 wins. If you don't believe that, obviously you can go take the under. But yeah, it's too bad you couldn't bet on the bets because that would be an even better option possibly for you at least since you don't believe in it. Now, looking ahead to the NCAA tournament, that's also coming up in due time. For the men's side, your 3 favorites to win it all this year, Duke at plus, I can't talk, plus 300 basically, plus 330 technically. Then you have the Auburn Tigers at plus 350, Bruce Pearl's guys who have been great all year long. And then the Florida Gators at plus 850 are your next highest. If you're looking for some value, I do feel like Texas Tech could be an interesting play. Now, they're 33-1 odds, but this is what the tournament's about, right? Taking some long shots. Sparty's there, too, at 25-1. And obviously, I know they are not, the best team that they've ever been, but they're pretty good this year. Might be something to keep an eye on. If you want to see where the Buckeyes are, I did scroll down a bit and find them. They are at 200-1 to win it all, and that seems very, very fair. Also, teams like Kansas, who have been, for them, not good. Kansas looking at probably like a 8 seed or 9 seed in this tournament. 75-1 odds. UConn, 66-1 odds. Gonzaga at 60-1. A lot of the Blue Bloods. Purdue, 60-1. A lot of the Blue Bloods not having their best season, and they are showing up in the odds as very, very long shots.
Thank you, Bone.
Very big long shots. You're welcome, Mike.
We've been doing pizza for an hour. We just did some betting odds, but I think we have to switch gears and talk about fake urine coming up at the top of the hour. It's sports related. But you know what? Even if it wasn't, let's talk about
let's
fake
talk
urine.
About fake urine. Why not?
Coming up next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 10-minute delay if you're on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to Town Street, and traffic is slow on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Are you feeling tired, slower, or achier than you used to? You might think it's just age, but it could be low testosterone. At Columbus Men's Clinic, they've helped thousands of men who didn't realize their symptoms were caused by declining testosterone levels, a problem that's becoming a new norm in American men. Columbus Men's Clinic refuses to accept this new normal. They're committed to restoring testosterone to healthy levels so you can feel like yourself again, whether at home, in the gym, at work, or in the bedroom. For years, their medical provider has delivered testosterone therapy tailored to each man's needs. No one-size-fits-all solutions, just real science-backed results delivered by discreet local experts. Imagine more energy, sharper focus, and newfound confidence. A same-day testosterone check and consultation is just $99. Call 614-300-7400 or visit ColumbusMen'sClinic.com today. Your prime years aren't over. They're just waiting to be unleashed. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. At Giant Eagle, we combine exceptional customer service and quality foods, all at great value to make the most of your shopping trip. Visit Giant Eagle or Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell furnaces instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and spring's going to be here before you know it. I know it feels cold now, but before too long, you're going to be outside running around, jogging, wanting to do golf, explore time with your family, get outside and do the things you love. Just be active. And listen, a lot of my friends, they're asking me about QC Connect's joint treatments. They want to know if they should consider it for their joint pain. And if you're wondering, maybe you could be a good candidate, let's see if the answer is yes to any of these questions. Quality of life impacted by chronic pain, knees, hips, back, shoulders, other things. Trouble sleeping, walking, day-to-day movement? Check. Next, avoiding surgery, the pain, the downtime? Check. Most importantly, do you miss doing the things I talked about when the spring and summer are here? Check. Don't wait. If you answered yes to one or any of those, you'd be a great candidate. You can go in there, go to QC Kinetics, ask for their free consultation, find out what it's all about, learn about the latest advances in regenerative medicine. They've got locations in Dublin and Gehenna, or you can go to qckinetics.com/Columbus, or better yet, call 380-208-4544.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Blue Jackets continue their road trip tonight, facing the Florida Panthers in Sunrise. Columbus looking to bounce back after their 4-game winning streak will snap Tuesday in Tampa. 7 o'clock faceoff right here on The Fan. Cleveland Browns have agreed to restructure the contract of quarterback Deshaun Watson, a move that will clear nearly $36 million in salary cap space for the Browns. Watson still with 2 years remaining and has owed $46 million in each of those 2 seasons. The Cincinnati Bengals have granted defensive end Trey Hendrickson permission to seek a trade. Hendrickson has been an All-Pro every 4 seasons that he has played with the Bengals, all 4 of them. College football, Oregon head coach Dan Lanning with a new contract from the Ducks that reportedly will pay him close to $11 million a season. And the University of Utah selected Dallas assistant Alex Jensen to be their new head coach. He's a former Utah player and replaces Craig Smith. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Undisputed leader in talking about nothing. This is Man and Bone.
Vote for the eggplant region of Pizza Madness. We're going to do it tomorrow. It's our last first-round matchups. Stad's Pizza, TAT, Classics, Pasquale's, Enrico's, Boston, Shorty's, Jets, Black Dog, Louie's, Rubino's, Meatball Mafia, Flyers, Cardo's, George's, and Possum Holler are all in the eggplant region. Go on Twitter at manandbone971. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Facebook. We're there.
We're there.
Vote.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's talk about piss.
Huh?
Pac-Man Jones was on Deion Sanders' Tubi show called We Got Time Today.
Oh, yes.
And Pac-Man said that he beat the drug testing protocols all the time when he was in the NFL.
Okay.
He said, I cheated the program. Like I was really good. People don't know how smart I am, but like I can say it now. I don't play no more, but I've never used my piss for a piss test. Not one time. Not one time. Deion then said, that couldn't happen today. Pac-Man said, it can happen if you know what you're doing. Don't say it can't happen, Pop. Hey, Pop, don't say it can't happen.
I'm guessing these two guys were talking at the same time, and that's why there's a lot of overlap here that we're not getting. But
then
sure.
Coach Prime said, the reason it can is because they go in there with you right now. No, they go in there and watch you pull out, is what Deion said.
Yeah.
And then Pac-Man said, no, you can still get them.
Oh, okay.
Now,
well, we know about some of the technology that's involved here.
Back in the day, there was a running back for the Minnesota Vikings. His name is Ontario Smith. He was famous for a little prop called the Whizzinator, which was a fake pee-pee that he had in his pants, and he would whip it out, and the fake penis would pee. However, he was caught with it at an airport.
Trying to explain that one.
It was in his luggage.
Right.
It was flagged on the x-ray machine. And so then that became the joke because Ontario Smith was his Whizzinator. Pac-Man Jones is essentially saying, it doesn't matter. You can whip it out and still beat them. There has to be some sort of apparatus involved.
Oh, they're 100%. I mean, look, I don't know exactly what the science is here, Mike, but I'm going to guess there's a chance there's some way to rig something up around whatever you've got going on that I like an inspector's not staring. You know,
I think now they have to.
No.
You got to get under there. You got to get under the undercarriage.
No, you don't.
And you got to see if anything's connected.
What I'm saying is, I'm guessing the person looking is standing off to the side where they can clearly tell, all right, he's exposed himself. He is now going to the bathroom. I mean, I don't think the guy's like the tester is holding the cup for you, right? I mean, You still get to hold your own cup and probably do that. Maybe that's what he's saying is like that's where you can screw with it. I don't know. I would also think at this point, I mean, wouldn't they? I've never understood this because people will say, oh, I used someone else's and they were clean and that's how I got away with it. But I mean, wouldn't there be, I don't know enough about testing, but I would think like there would be like, wouldn't they know it's you? Like,
I don't
wouldn't
know.
they be able to match it to like a sample of you? I don't know.
think they do DNA sample on piss. They probably don't have a bank of DNA for every single player, and they match the piss to the person. Maybe they should.
I mean, when you go to the NFL, you get medical exams. Do you not get like a blood test or something where they can at least check and say like, hey, does this match this person? We don't have to know your personal medical history. We can just see if this all matches up.
I'm just saying, look, I like to watch these prison shows, right? And Kristen was watching one on Netflix last night, and it was a women's jail. And when they get booked in the jail, the guards, it's not a pretty job, but they got a job to do. Mm-hmm. They have to examine the holio on both sides.
Okay.
To make sure there's no contraband being snuck into the jail.
Okay.
Like you got to spread your cheeks, bend over, and cough.
Okay. Sure.
You also have to spread the front.
Okay.
And make sure everything's. I'm saying these testers, if you're going to be serious about drug testing, so much so that you got to watch them whip out, then I think you also need to get on the ground.
I don't think you do.
And make sure there's no fake plumbing down there.
I'll tell you this. If I was an NFL drug tester, everybody would pass. I would just be
but you wouldn't be. No, that's not your job.
I'd look and I'd be like, it looks close enough to me. Get in there? No, thanks. I don't care. I don't care enough to actually.
What if your job depended on it? What if it's like, hey, Herb.
Why is my name Herb?
Hey,
Bone. Thank you. Teddy. Hey, Bill. Like, what is that? What is he doing? What do you mean, Herb?
Well, it's like, hey, we noticed that, quite a few of the people that you tested wound up using fake urine, or they had some sort of thing to beat the system.
Urine? How? I was standing right there.
Well,
boy.
Clearly you weren't examining good enough, Bone. I mean, we're going to
I'm sorry. I don't believe in dehumanizing our players by standing underneath it. I'm not inspecting a car. It's a human being, for God's sake.
This is your job.
It's too bad you guys can't detect this stuff better. What a bunch of losers.
And you're fired.
Great. You're right. I wouldn't last long. I got a mouth on me. I'm a bit of a sass mouth. You know what I'm saying? I say what I think.
Also, I'm not quite sure on this. If you do use a fake wiener, make sure it correlates to your race.
Sure.
Because that's probably a dead giveaway.
I'm going to guess that's that goes back to at the combine where they do the weed test, which again is part of this process. But they say it's not really about whether or not someone smokes weed. It's just whether or not they are smart enough to realize this is the one drug test you just have to pass. And then after that, you're kind of in the clear. We don't really care. Like, it's more of a test about how smart you are as opposed to whether or not you're actually smoking weed.
Well, maybe if you're in the black market piss market, you got some money to spend on Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant jerseys that are going to auction.
That took a turn I wasn't expecting.
As a matter of fact, these are the debut jerseys. This is what Michael wore in his first game.
Okay.
And this is what Kobe wore in his first game.
Okay.
The two jerseys are being sold individually, but the auction house estimates the two jerseys could sell for a combined $20 million or more.
All right. Let me take a moment here to say we don't know what they're going to sell for because it hasn't happened yet. But if it's around those numbers, that actually sounds like $10 million for each of those jerseys. That sounds like that makes sense in the world of sports memorabilia. You know, when we talk about sometimes where like a Babe Ruth game used bat, it'll be like, oh, this went for $12. And you're like, huh? How? Like, but a Babe Ruth card that was made 2 years ago that has like nothing to do with him will somehow sell for like $1 million. And it makes no sense. This actually makes sense to me.
I'm trying to figure this out. All right, so this Jordan jersey.
Michael Jordan played for the Bulls. And it was very good. And Kobe Bryant played a little bit later for the Lakers.
It was
very good.
Stop it, Herb.
Okay. Well, I know you're a big basketball guy. I just want to help you out.
This Jordan jersey is from '84, his first year, but it's his preseason debut. And it's autographed.
But it's so that's the first time he stepped on an NBA court.
Correct.
Essentially, in a Bulls uniform.
They do not have the jersey that he played his first regular season game with. The Kobe thing has both of those jerseys. Preseason debut and regular season debut.
That's interesting. I wonder which one I would think the one that has both jerseys would get more, right? I mean, I know some people feel rightfully so that, like, Kobe Bryant is up there with anybody. There are other people where I would fall into this camp where I would say, Michael's probably even a step above Kobe, but that's splitting hairs. I would just think getting one jersey versus two of them, that's the more complete, collection there. I would think Kobe's would go for a lot more given that fact.
According to the auction house, Jordan's jersey from his preseason debut, October 5th, 1984, is the only photo match game-worn jersey from his rookie season to be sold at auction. The jersey is also photo matched to his second and third preseason games. I like this little tidbit for you.
Yeah.
Jordan made his preseason NBA debut against the Indiana Pacers in front of 2,000 people in Peoria, Illinois' mostly empty Civic Center. He led the game with 18 points in 29 minutes, and the Bulls won 102-98. Due to the Bulls being financially strained at the time, Jordan wore a jersey previously worn by other players, according to the Sotheby's press release.
Okay, sure.
Jordan then switched to a different jersey at the start of the 84-85 regular season. So it was just some other dude who happened to wear 23
at
the time, and he's like, we washed it. Go ahead, put it on.
His rookie year was what, 84?
84.
Right. So I wonder who was... who was
23 before him?
Yeah.
I don't know, but Jordan wore his jersey.
Well, I'm looking at it now. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find out.
Look at here.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Bone.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Fat Boy Food Tap. Coming up next, Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 30-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on southbound 270 on the west outer belt between I-70 and West Broad Street. And traffic is stop and go on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70. This report is sponsored by True Green. We're back in the Miller's Yard, who now use True Green. The lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop. Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at truegreen.com. Exclusions apply. See truegreen.com for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. The perfect low-rate card for your wallet. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And you've heard me talk a lot about how treating low testosterone can improve your sleep, your workouts, your energy levels, and more. But today I want to talk to you about your sex drive, because low testosterone can have a significant impact on your desire for intimacy. It can even be a factor in erectile dysfunction. And if you're in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship, a low sex drive could really be a problem. The good news is that if you're like most guys, treating your low testosterone could really change the way you feel about sex, giving you back the flame and desire that is so important when you love someone. So if you're feeling sluggish and tired, if you're not sleeping well, if your workouts aren't that great, and most of all, if your sex drive is more like a putt, make an appointment at Tri-State Men's Health and have your testosterone levels checked. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get Eco.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 or free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get Eco.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get Eco.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where
1-800-848-0365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, 80% lean ground beef is on sale. 3-pound packages are only $3.99 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Some foot issues just can't be fixed by those expensive shoe stores or shoe inserts. A foot exam from a doctor of podiatric medicine, who is the medical expert in foot and ankle care, may give solutions after doing a complete foot examination. If you suffer from foot, heel, or ankle pain, let us help you find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association so you know you are being treated by the very best. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little sunshine, but brisk finish on this Thursday. Temperatures in the upper 30s. Overnight will fall back down to around 30 degrees with light winds and plenty of clouds. During the day on Friday, a couple of flurries early, but a better chance of plain rain showers in the afternoon into the evening. Plenty of clouds and highs in the mid-40s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of This Stupid Show. It's available wherever you get your stupid audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling.
How you feeling, buddy?
My head hurts.
Your head hurts? You
I got
having a headache?
no, my hair hurts.
Your hair
My
hurts.
scalp. I think I'm having a stroke.
I don't think that's how... I mean, I don't know how strokes happen, but that, I guess, could be it.
You ever
I
have
don't know.
that, Teddy, where your scalp is sensitive to the touch?
No, I can't recall that. No.
Timmy? Scalp issues ever?
Like an itchy scalp?
No, not itchy. I'm used to itchy. This is more like a
sensitive,
nervy pain.
No, you should get that checked out.
What do you do for that?
Go to the head guy.
The head guy.
Are you the head doctor? No. But sure, let me look at it.
Yeah, I'm going to go sit in a waiting room full of malaria and flu and all the other crap they got in there to get my head looked at.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I'd rather drop dead.
Okay, I'll say this. I remember when I had hair. I have since lost most of it. When I had hair, my hair had a natural part to it. So if my hair ever was sitting opposite of the natural part, there would be days where that little part of it just wouldn't feel right. Like I would say, oh man, it's like it's bent the wrong way. My hair was, and I could feel that.
Your cousin Eddie with the bent.
I mean, it just over here
that part's not going to look right.
You never had it. You don't have a natural part in your hair. I'm sorry that
got
you're
the
not
metal
as
plate in
privileged.
my head. So right here,
Teddy
nothing.
Teddy, you part your hair one side every day. If you try to part it the other way,
it just wouldn't look right.
And it doesn't.
He sounds like Eddie.
Catherine starts a microwave, pisses his pants, forgets who he is.
I'm just trying to help.
Teddy eats these things.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm going to finish the show. I'm a trooper. I mean, what are we doing here?
Do the headphones make it hurt?
No.
Well, that's weird because their headphones are moving your hair around,
putting pressure on the top of your head.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's a
you know what?
tumor
You
or
got any
something.
you got any phantom pains, T-Bone, that you never really got checked out?
All the time.
Things that would just hurt and you just
I'm 43
don't act
years
on it?
old. Yeah.
Everybody has phantom pains.
I mean, I get like literally my shoulder has been for like a year just completely on fire. But
really?
Yeah.
What are you doing for that?
I look at my ball sack and say, I got 2 of them. I guess I'm good. And I move along. I just sack up and go. That's what I do, buddy. Tough it out. I'm not going to the doctor for a little pain. Come on.
Look at my sack.
Look at my ball sack.
Yeah,
Speaking of the sack, I've got issues. That's where a lot of my pain is.
You got sack pain?
Sack
all
pain?
the time. Yeah.
But since when,
No,
Timmy?
not really
What
sack pain.
kind of, you have testicular pain?
No, I know. No, I know, Timmy.
I don't. That was merely for the. That was just thrown in for the jokes. I'm actually good. I'm actually good down there. I'm too good.
See, again, I don't know what the hell that means.
I would like them to shrink. I don't need that much. They're just.
I see.
They stick to everything. They're just too much.
Timmy,
much.
gravity's a hell of a thing, buddy.
Yeah, it is.
It's only going to get worse from here.
Yeah, I know.
I use mine as a bath mat. I just step out of the shower right onto my sack.
I'm in your school of thought where if there was some kind of procedure that we could do, or not really a procedure, because obviously, like you could. We don't need them. I wish the anatomy of a male, those were just internal, because you don't.
Oh yeah,
I don't need a lever, and then it comes out when you need it.
If only there was a lever
the
type
perfect
of
way.
appendage right there that you could use.
There's a lever.
I don't need that either.
Those don't ever
Chop
need
that
to
off.
be retractable. They should have just been internal, just inside. That's it.
Well, that's right. Some animals have the testes.
on the inside.
Well, you know,
It'll never need to come out.
Some people are born that way, where they get both, and they're born up. It's all up in there.
It's right.
And
It
they
is.
don't- and
It's
they
right.
don't- Oh yeah, there's
I know. I
there's
heard
people
about
who
that.
are like intersex who get both, and they don't. You don't. Some people don't know for a very long time, and then they're like growing up, going, "Well, why is this happening? Or why is that happening?" And it takes a while before someone's like, "Oh, yeah, this is why," because you've got internal stuff going on there. It's very complicated.
It just would be a lot more convenient for walking around.
Yeah,
playing sports.
Oh,
all
sure.
those things.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't need that.
Yeah, who needs that?
Big jock strap would never let that happen.
Oh,
you still need
the big jock strap community.
Corporate overlords
oh,
and
man,
big jock
they
straps.
never let that happen.
Let you do that.
You can still protect the other guy. So,
but you know
he's
what?
still there.
You can hit the other guy all day. It does nothing. It doesn't really do anything.
If you hit the shaft, it doesn't matter.
That's what
it still is a part of you.
No, but it doesn't hurt like that.
You can't take a 90-mile-an-hour baseball to the guy and it's just, I'm
that's
fine.
going to hurt anything.
All right,
it's going to hurt your fingers if you take a 90-mile-an-hour face.
Exactly. It's still a part of you. You still want to protect
Timmy,
it.
I'm going to say a little quick, would you rather, before we get to Fat Boy Food Tip, would you rather
take it to the face or to the ween?
You get hit in the shaft by, I'm going to say, like someone throws like a baseball at it at like 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
Like they toss it at you, but it's a solid thing and it hits just that.
Just
no
the shaft.
Our bees are internal. It just hits the
no
shaft.
sacky. Or you get hit by like a playground ball at like, I don't know, 10 miles an hour, but it's right to the balls. Like,
no, give me the shaft shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Baseball shaft.
Yeah, because there's just something different when it hits.
No, I'm not disputing. I'm not disputing that. Of course, a hit to the sack feels worse.
Okay,
gives you like the stomach pain.
Yes,
it's awful. It's
terrible.
horrible. Another reason why we don't need them out.
What was the stupid movie? Was it Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen?
Oh, you're gonna get me on this one.
Someone took a kick to the nads, and his testicles actually were spit out of his mouth.
Yuck. Oh, God. I never saw that one.
I ain't seen it.
Teddy, you seen it?
I think that's right. Yeah, I've seen that movie. Yeah,
I'll tell you this: if you watch that, if you see some of the, I don't know if it's the latest Jackass, one of the newer Jackass movies.
Okay,
they have a guy where he goes out to a hockey rink. He has like pads on everywhere else, but all he's wearing, he is only wearing a jock strap and cup, and that's it. No pants over that area. And they get PK Subban to wind up and nail him in the junk, and I don't think I've ever seen someone in more pain.
You could have like internal hemorrhaging.
That's with a cup on, and he gets hit with that and goes
like
down.
Like a 95 mile an hour slap shot from 20 feet away.
And PK Subban is like laughing at him and like, "Oh, you're dead, buddy." And
then
what
if you miss and hit him in the kneecaps?
Well, they have that. He has like goalie pads on. Otherwise, it's just that area that has basically no pads, and they show the slow mo, and he gets exactly directly. It's bad.
I want to apologize to you. It's Hot Shots 2.
Isn't that part 2?
Part 2.
Part 2.
Gerard Depardieu.
And I'm watching it right now.
No.
Charlie Sheen knees a guy in the nuts so hard that he then he coughs up his
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Hey, it's a good show, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Time for Fat Boy Food Tip.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
I was browsing around the gram this morning in between barely clad women. I came across some new menu items coming to Taco Bell.
Yes, indeed. So they have announced a bunch of things. They had I don't know what their Live Moss live stream event where they recapped all the things that are coming out in 2025.
Live/live?
Live/live, Moss, live/live. I don't know. Anyway, so they brought out a few things that I think are interesting. One of them is they teased a Mexican pizza empanada. They didn't say this will be coming out. They said this is something they're testing in their test kitchen right now. They also teased poutine fries.
All right.
New sauces like Weak Knees Fire, Zab's Hot Ranch, and a purple chili sauce that they say will be like one of the hottest sauces they've ever put out.
Aren't they doing one with hot honey too?
Yes. So that is one that is coming out. So here are the nationwide things that they're rolling out, they say, very soon. In some cases, I think some of this may already be rolled out. They're going to introduce some of their decades menu. Remember how they did that, where they went back and said, here's some stuff from previously that you liked. We're going to bring those back.
Yeah.
They said this year they're going to do 2000s and 2010s, some of which will include the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos coming back and the Double Decker Taco, both making returns to the menu, which will be good.
I thought the Double Decker Taco was already on the menu.
Well, they're saying they're bringing it back. Mike, I don't know. Maybe this has already been brought back. I'm not sure. Also, they said that they are going to do this new Caliente sauce. That is at certain locations. They say it's made with red jalapenos.
Frank Caliente.
That's right.
I also saw, and I'll let you continue in a second, but I'm going to forget if I don't say it. They're coming out with, I'm sure will be a new abomination.
Mm-hmm.
Baja Blast Pie.
Oh.
Now, last year's gelato sucked. It was embarrassing. I can't believe you charged money for that. It was a tiny cup of frozen popsicle water.
I mean, at least for me, I say that as someone who loves Baja Blast.
So do I. I get it every time I go there.
It's one of the main reasons to go. On the Baja front, they have also announced they're going to bring out something called Mountain Dew Baja Midnight, which is like a purple Baja Blast.
Purple drink?
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be any good.
Scissor.
Here's the one thing I found that was super interesting to me. They're going to do something called a queso crisp taco. They haven't said when this will come out, but they said sometime this year. It is a taco with the shell made entirely of crispy cheese.
Oh, baby.
Like not a hard shell taco with cheese applied to it.
I hope we put queso on the taco as well.
But the entire thing is going to be made out of like fried cheese. That is your taco shell. And it looks really good. The question I would have is, when you bite into that, do you just take one bite and then it just shatters into a million pieces? Because that could be a problem. But
Taco Bell, you may be making your menu too complicated. I mean, all this stuff sounds very good if executed properly.
Yes.
But the people who work at Taco Bell, like Saltine, Is Saltine going to take the time to really make this the way that it should be made? He's got a lot of stuff to make back there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want all this stuff. They also want this stuff to get out as quick as possible. So you got people trying to make it quality, but make it quantity. And that you got to pick one or the other usually.
All right, Bill Belichick really wants to be an NFL head coach. We'll talk about it in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 15-minute delay on southbound 315 between Ackerman Road and Town Street, and you're going to hit a 5-minute slowdown on westbound 670 from Leonard Avenue to Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
You're invited to Circle K's Inner Circle Member Celebration. On March 6th, Inner Circle members across Columbus will get an exclusive 40 cents off per gallon from 6 a.m. until 11:59 p.m. Want to join the party? Just download the Circle K app and create an account to join Inner Circle. Don't miss your chance to save 40 cents off per gallon on March 6th all day. Sign up now. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit the Circle K app for details.
If you're like most Americans, you've racked up tens of thousands in credit card debt. You're stuck with 20% interest fees, and even the monthly payments, well, they're hard to make. It's insane. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The good news is that there is a way out. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending. They specialize in fast, easy access to the equity in your home. Most homeowners have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their home equity. That's your money. AFLcash.com can get it out for you with zero junk fees and zero hassle. You can pay off all those credit cards in just a matter of days. Pay off your car loans too. Cut your monthly expenses by $800 or even $900. I'm telling you, the relief you need, well, it's right there at your fingertips. AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Break out of the credit card debt prison with AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Tomorrow, one last day of first-round pizza matchups. Make sure to vote now at Man and Bone 971 on Twitter. One more food-related thing that I just saw. Red Robin has a new burger just in time for March Madness.
Okay.
Limited time, March 3rd through April 7th. It's called the Buzzer Beater Bacon Cheeseburger. 3 patties, 4 strips of hardwood smoked bacon, 6 layers of melty American cheese. I'm sorry, 6 slices of American cheese.
Okay.
All drizzled. I'm having a stroke with Red Robin's signature secret tavern sauce.
Oh.
It looks good.
How could this be bad? Sounds great.
No veggies, no nothing.
Yeah,
Bacon,
just simple.
cheese, meat, sauce.
Good. Well, I mean, for me, that sounds right up my alley. I'm interested in that.
If that sounds like a little bit too much, the 2-pointer Buzzer Beater Bacon Cheeseburger scales things down slightly with 2 beef patties, 4 slices of cheese, same amount of bacon, flavorful sauce.
That's a little closer. I was thinking that first burger seemed ridiculous to me. It's like they're just putting it out for PR purposes so people can, see this and get some attention.
I'd order it.
And yeah, there's some people probably,
I'd
would
eat the
order
whole
it, but
thing, Teddy.
I would love to see that.
I'd eat the whole thing.
I may have to go tonight. Go get one right now.
Well, no, you're eating all the pizza now. You have to wait.
Well, Teddy,
although this is only limited time, so yeah.
Secretly, I can eat all of it. I may drop dead after the end of the night just
you can have
piling
both
all this
of them,
on. I got some Taco Bell to go sample. I got pizza to get. I got to try this burger now. But, hey, man, I'm going to go get it while I can.
The secret thing to do, it's not secret, it's just common sense at Red Robin, is when you sit down and you order your drinks, you ask for a basket of fries for the table.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, get that early.
I'm just saying, it's bottomless
unlimited
fries.
Yeah, it's
unlimited fries. You're gonna get a burger. You can't just walk in, get the fries, and leave.
Again, can I go to Red Robin and say, hey, you said endless fries, right? Great. Give me an order of those and nothing else. And just keep them coming. And
I don't think you can buy them separately.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish there was an option where they're like, yeah, you know what, $10.99 bottomless fries for the table. And you can sit there, and then you can order drinks and just eat fries. I would do that. Sounds great.
Bill Belichick, he really, really, really wants to be an NFL head coach. Don't believe for a second that this job at North Carolina is a dream come true for him, and he wants to. If he was offered an NFL head coaching job, he would have taken it. According to Pat Forty from SI.com, internally, the Tar Heels are dubbing themselves the 33rd NFL team.
Okay.
Yes. Mike Lombardi, Bill Belichick, they're going to take all their expertise from the NFL level, and they're going to impart that on the ACC, I guess.
That's
33rd NFL team.
How about you? Look, Bill Belichick, why can't you be I mean, they're already doing the Hard Knocks thing, right?
I think that fell through.
Oh, did it?
I think so.
Because they were talking about that as they were going to do the Hard Knocks preseason thing. But, okay, maybe not.
I think that Belichick wanted some weird stuff. Like a
24-year-old girlfriend?
A centerfold for his girlfriend in Penthouse. I don't know, but I think it fell through.
Yeah, it's not too weird, is it? I mean, let you live. Age different. Age is just a number.
Look, Bone, I'm sure they have deep philosophical conversations.
Supposedly they do. That's what happened when they were on the plane together. That's how they met.
Mm-hmm. She was discussing her interests.
Yes.
He was discussing her chest.
And then he
Which
signed.
they also share that interest.
Listen, what I'm saying makes it creepy is you can have a younger girlfriend, whatever, let you live. But then he took a job coaching in college when he's never, I mean, not for a very long time as he coached college sports. It just seemed like maybe that's the way to look at her and be like, hey, just so you know, I mean, obviously I got you interested in me. If it doesn't work out with us, there's other, hot co-eds around here. They may be next on my dating list. Who knows?
We were talking about Taco Bell. I'm bored with this.
I got it. That's fine. Me too.
We were talking about Taco Bell and how they did the decades menu.
Yeah.
And they would bring back old items. And while I do think at times the Taco Bell menu gets a little too complicated and it overwhelms the people that work back there and they can't make the stuff properly, that is a brilliant concept, and I wish other places would do it. I wish that McDonald's would bring back a decade menu.
Boy.
And they would have things like the Arch Deluxe on the menu.
You're not kidding. I mean, there are so many different things they could do, especially just McDonald's with some of their things they tried that didn't really work, like the McPizza we have talked about, bringing that back. I bet you if you brought back was it the McDLT? Where
McDLT,
the hot stays hot and the cold stays cold?
They kept the lettuce and the tomatoes separate so that you put it on yourself and it's ice cold.
Yeah, I guarantee you there would be people who would say, oh, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. I will go try that now, especially a lot of people who don't remember that Jason Alexander was the spokesman for that, or the actor in the commercial for that particular thing. I'm trying to think of what else.
Well, Wendy's can do it. I mean, Wendy's had specialty burgers out the ace.
Wendy's, all you have to do is call whatever. I don't even care how big they are. Whatever your drink sizes are, just make one that's slightly bigger than the largest one you currently offer and give it to us in a yellow cup, the fries in a yellow thing, and call them Biggie.
You can just lie to us. It can be the same size.
Lie.
Charge me extra for the same amount. Just give me the branding.
Show me the branding of Biggie. I miss the Biggie size on, again.
Teddy says too much fries.
It's pure nostalgia.
Who needs that much fries?
By the way, I bet you the large fry and the large drink now at Wendy's are far larger than they were when they were Biggie. I bet you they are. So just go ahead and do that.
Oh man, that's too much. They did a burger at Wendy's. I forget what it was called, but it had cheese goo, like cheddar cheese goo, and mushrooms and bacon, and beef patties. Yeah. Obviously,
I didn't think it was all that and no burger. Yeah,
I'm gonna call it Goo Mushy Burg.
What was the one we were just talking about one the other day? That was I can't. It was like a. Was it like a Monterey chicken? You remember us talking about this?
Yes, we're stupid.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, like there's so many of those on the Wendy's menu that they could bring back for do that for like 3 months, let everybody get their fill of it, try it a couple times, enjoy it. If it's great and it takes off, then put it on the menu like the spicy chicken. But if not, then it goes away and you do something else. I love that idea.
What the hell was this burger? It was called the Mushroom Bacon Cheeseburger.
Yeah, well, that's easy enough. Don't they do something like that now? And like every once in a while, they'll bring back a mushroom. They'll do a mushroom Swiss burger.
Mushroom bacon cheeseburger was mushrooms, bacon, Munster cheese, and creamy garlic spread.
Oh, all right. Which I also would have that. Right. Other than the mushrooms, I don't really care for those. But yeah, the rest of that sounds great.
Bacon mushroom melt. Well, when Dave Thomas was banging, he had like grilled onions on everything. If you made a special sandwich, he loved onions. I missed that.
Yeah, why no grilled onions now?
I grilled up some onions last night for our dinner. Erotic. I don't know why they don't make scented candles. Grilled onions. I wanted to take all my clothes off.
Yeah. I tell you, though, man, like, I don't know why more restaurants are anti-grilled onion. Like, on the fast food side of things, I know they must be hard to do from a pre-packaged, it's all been made elsewhere for safety or whatever, but my God, is a grilled onion good on a burger? Do that more often.
Teddy, what's your favorite burger? You're going to have a burger. Where are you going?
I'm probably going to Red Robin to get my burger.
For the triple?
Yeah, no, not the massive one, just the Royal, the Red Royal.
With the egg on it.
Yeah, with the egg on it.
Do you remember Once Upon a Time, Teddy?
Yes.
This was many years ago.
You convinced me.
I told you about the Royal, and I said they put an egg on it, and you looked at me like I was an alien that came from outer space. Who the hell wants egg on a burger? Teddy went and tried it, and now he can't have a burger without an unfertilized bird, period, sitting right on top.
I don't know if that's true.
Why you got to put it like that?
Because that's what it is.
It is great, though. An egg on a burger is fantastic. I will second
now,
Teddy.
Do you like it hard cooked, or do you want that yolk to be dripping down like a sauce?
It doesn't need to be dripping like a sauce, but it doesn't need to be hard fried either. All right? So, like, you can be over easy.
I like it running down my chin.
A little bit of run is fine.
By the way, now when you get those on your burger, they're like, oh, good, the burger's $12.99.
Got a surcharge on it?
$13.99.
Yeah. No more eggs for me.
Yeah.
Can you do a lot worse, though, than a good old Culver's, honestly?
No, Culver's sounds
good.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't need to break the bank and you are just hankering for a burger, you can't go
What do you
wrong.
get on the Culver's? What do you do on your burger?
It's got to be at least a double. And
that goes without saying, unless you're Ted.
They offer a triple there, don't they?
They offer anything you want as long as you pay for
crazy.
it.
Give me five. You want a Pepsi, pal? You're going to pay for it. Put five slabs of meat on that thing. Just give me lettuce, tomato.
You do the American
pickle.
cheese or you go cheddar cheese?
Cheddar. I need that Wisconsin cheddar.
Yeah.
With lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion.
Lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion.
On a sesame seed bun.
The Butterburger, it's all good.
When's the last time you went to a Culver's, out of curiosity?
2 months.
Okay. Yeah, well, I was going to say
4 times a year, maybe I would say. We will go there and sit down and eat. We'll get the Wisconsin, the cheese curds, add those into instead of the fries. The crinkle fries are great, though. We'll do the fried shrimp sometimes as a little add-in. There was one night we went kind of crazy. I think we spent $52 between
I was going to say, when you said it doesn't break the bank, I was like, I got news. It does.
We did that on purpose, though. We all got dessert items. I had the shrimp. We had cheese curds, had a triple or something like that. It was a good night.
See, I don't need the custard there.
You don't need the custard?
I know that's opinion that you probably don't share, but I'd rather go someplace else and have it. Like, I'll go to Culver's, I have my meal.
Yeah.
And then, like, by me, there's like a Wits right over there. There's other places. I'd rather have that than the Culver's.
I like their custard, but
yeah,
sure.
But
I mean,
if you're eating at Culver's,
it's right across the street.
Don't do Culver's like that.
Why? Why wouldn't I have the superior item?
You'll go to Wits the next time when you're not having Culver's. You're at Culver's.
Wits custard is superior to Culver's custard.
You take a bite of the custard.
I'm surprised. Okay, I will tell you this, not for me. It's all to me, it's like we're in the ballpark, we're good. I'm getting a lot of toppings mixed in anyway. We're good. I like Wits, I like Culver's. I'm not going across the street for Wits when Culver's is literally I'm in the restaurant.
I might even just go to Culver's every now and then just for the ice cream.
I've never had ice cream after a meal before. What's that like?
It's crazy.
I'm too full.
Can't have dessert.
Back page next. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 15-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on southbound 315 after Lane Avenue. It is stop and go from North Broadway. And there's slow traffic on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
The Red Clay Strays, live. Get Right Tour. August 12th, Kimba Live Outdoor. A night of sultry southern rock. On sale this Friday at 10 a.m. at the Penn Station box office and online at AXS.com. The Red Clay Strays, brought to you by Promo West Productions.
Home values in Columbus are sky high, and you have a ton of equity. Your financial advisor thinks the market has peaked. So if you're thinking about selling, it's time. Except for two things. High interest rates will burn you on a new home loan, and you're not ready to move. Savvy financial advisors suggest Truehold's new Sell and Stay program. It's ingenious because they buy your home now while its value is high, but you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Smart, right? Truehold will make you a solid cash offer, not a lowball offer like the others. It's based on your home's current value. The cash is yours to travel, pay off bills, or secure your retirement. And again, you can stay in your home with a comfortable lease. Truehold covers property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. See how much Truehold will pay for your home today. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
The Jackets hit the road for a battle with the Panthers. Live fan coverage starts Thursday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, the Fan. Ohio sports destination.
Guys, let's talk about something real. Ever had a bad experience in the bedroom that totally threw you off? It messes with your head, your confidence, and suddenly it's all you can think about. Next thing you know, you're avoiding trying altogether because the fear of failure is just too much. That's where Columbus Men's Clinic comes in. For over a decade, their medical providers have been helping men overcome ED and providing hope even when the pills and other treatments have failed. Their proven personalized treatments have some of the highest success rates out there, with results that bring back your confidence and connection. It's important to get your ED treated now so that it doesn't get harder to treat down the road. Columbus Men's Clinic has treatments that online pharmacies only dream about. Tonight is your night for intimacy and connection. Call Columbus Men's Clinic today at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is discreet and could be the start of something incredible. 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. And let's make tonight unforgettable. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. The host of the Buckeye Show, your friend and mine, Timmy Hall, and Tyvis Powell.
Oh, you guys.
What the hell?
What
was that?
Demonic Queen?
What was that?
That was good.
That is what you sound like when I listen to you on the radio.
You know what? It
I'm
actually
gonna have nightmares about that.
Tyvis, it got a lot closer on the second attempt, I will say. I think
Hey, Tyvis.
Yeah.
You need to work on your queen.
It sounds very similar.
Well, that's something I do all the time. If the two of us speak in this voice for this segment, we'll have no listeners left.
I can't do it.
Now, Tyvis didn't have the British accent. That's the part that was missing.
His rebuttal got better. Like right after
he
you
really
broke
got
out
into
Queen,
it. That was good.
He played off of
That's
you.
because he had an example to work with.
I study Common Man when I'm not on the radio.
Tyvis, do you do any other impressions we don't know about?
No. I used to, but I.
What do you mean you used to?
Powell, gonna be working on some of the impressions.
Thank you, Mel
Combine.
That actually sounds really good.
Got to put in some time, get a little bit better at it.
Well, yeah, but I don't do it. Not anymore.
No. You can't start with that.
Not anymore.
Well, what's the one that you used to do? You don't have to do it. Just tell us what it was.
Well, I mean, I was always big in the movies, so like I would always just sound like those guys.
Oh yeah, those actors.
Who are those guys? who are you talking about?
Well, I mean, I did.
How about De Niro?
No. See, this I'm in the urban community.
Denzel, right?
Is that?
Come on,
Did you do Denzel?
You do a little Denzel.
I used to do a little Denzel. Now,
all right,
that was my. I'm not. No,
come on.
We're not.
You know what?
We're not
I'll do Chris Tucker. You do Denzel.
Wait, you can do.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
No. So Tyvis, the answer is no. He can't do a Chris Tucker.
Understand the words that are coming out of your mouth?
First of all, you got if you go do Chris, you get it's all in the pitch of your voice. What about us, man? What about us?
Oh, that's
you got to do. It's all about the pitch.
That's
how Timmy talks about when I get mad, how my voice raises. Like that's Chris Tucker. Okay,
give me some Denzel. Come on. Come on.
I'm excited for this.
Come on. There's a lot of good Denzels out there. I'm sure you've listened to some of them.
Listen. I don't do Denzel no more. I don't do Denzel. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
You can't do a Denzel.
Mm-mm. You think you can do this to me?
All right.
You mother lovers will be playing basketball at Pelican Bay when I get done with you. Shoot program. 24-hour lockdown. All right, we're done.
That just sounds like
day right there.
You reciting lines.
No, it
Just
got
let
there a
him
little
have
bit. It
that
got there a
line.
little bit. It got there a little bit.
I had to censor it, so.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, you can't. Yeah.
I know Ted was over there like,
Ted's checked out. He's gone.
He doesn't care. Yeah.
Ted's got bronchial issues. What's coming up on the Buckeye Show tonight?
Oh, a lot of good things.
Big hat. You needed a co-host for the half-hour show, huh?
Why wouldn't I? I get this. We'll work on his Denzel impersonation. We'll try to loosen him up before the half hour is done. Ross Bjork had a lot of things to say on Juice this morning, and he had the update, his full thoughts on what Jake Diebler's first season as Ohio State basketball coach has been. We'll touch on that, as they, of course, have the big game against Indiana coming up on Saturday. And I want to get your take, Tyvis, on a lot of movement with some Buckeyes in the NFL, guys that you played with.
Yeah.
Buckeye Show, top of the hour. Then it's Jackets time at 6:30 right here on the Fan.
The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, T-Bone.
Well, Queen, I have a question. Would you like to hear a story about an old James Bond coming back to reprise his role?
I was sure that I had sex with him.
Or would you like to hear about a woman delaying a Southwest Airlines flight by stripping naked and running through the aisle for 25 minutes straight?
I also did that in my younger days.
All right. Well, we'll start there. Southwest flight from Houston to Phoenix on Monday was grounded when a woman stripped naked in front of stunned passengers and then ran up and down the aisles, apparently yelling the phrase, "Wait, wait, wait," like dozens of times. This was a Boeing 737. She was completely naked, And apparently they were on the tarmac, taxiing to the runway. And of course, they couldn't get her to stop doing this. So they had to go back to the gate. They then had to wait for them to get the gate out there. And meanwhile, she's just running up and down. Finally, authorities got on the plane, got her off of the plane. And now here's my question to you. You're on that plane. You've seen this happening for a while. No matter who this person is, it's unnerving. Right? At some point.
I've seen it.
Okay. Do you want them to take you off of that plane and maybe put you on another plane?
No, I just want to go.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's traumatic and weird, but at the same time, I'd be like, all right, well, that sucks.
The plane is fine. There's not a mechanical issue with the plane.
Yes.
Crazy naked person.
They've been removed.
You know what?
They're removed. They're not there.
Now, if she was beating on the side of the plane with a wrench or something, then it's I guess safety reasons, but just a little naked running?
Just naked running. Naked running? I mean, that happens every day.
That doesn't bother you.
That chalk it up to a great story to tell,
I mean,
right?
it does bother me, but not as much as not being on time.
Right.
Imagine trying to have...
You?
Yeah.
Like the plane leaving? That's never going to happen. It never leaves on time.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
You know what? Here's a little story for you. I met my wife. We were on the same plane. It was delayed.
Okay.
We started to talk. So if that plane was on time,
you wouldn't have talked to her.
You actually talked to someone on a plane, and it's your wife?
She talked to me.
You didn't talk to her.
She initiated
at the gate. She asked me if there was any news on the plane because it was delayed.
And how did you?
And I said no.
You respond?
We went to the bathroom and did it. That was our first encounter.
I love the way you give me that update.
That's good.
Marry me, please.
Yeah. Is this plane on time? No. Want to get a Cinnabon? You had
Yes.
Want to get a Cinnabon?
Yes, the gooey middle part. I don't know what voice this is now.
This is very weird.
The Queen, I would think, loves a Cinnabon, though.
What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Buckeye Show's next. See you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch out for some slowdown due to an accident on Olentangy River Road between 5th Avenue and King Avenue. And traffic is stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The Reds are on the radio.
Long fly ball, deep left center field, way back. It is gone. This could be an inside the park home run. Ellie De La Cruz is on. He leaps and he caught it. 20 home runs on the year for Spencer Steer.
What will Terry Francona's 2025 Reds look like? Find out for yourself. Cactus League play is underway. Hear all the action on your home of the Reds.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get one line on Unlimited Welcome for $45 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Columbus Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
If your kid knows when you get home because he can hear the garage door open, even though he's married and lives 4 houses down, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money, it's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Scott the Scots here. How did the grass feel when it woke up from winter? A little crabby. Get it? Crabgrass? Right now, there's a short window of time to apply Scott's Turf Builder Halt's Crabgrass Preventer. It stops crabgrass before it invades and feeds your lawn for a fast green up after winter.
Save up to $20 today at the Home Depot or Lowe's for Scott's Day Long Saving Time. Offers valid March 6th through 19th. See store for full details and product selection.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniforms.
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
And big.
We leave spaces empty and clean.
For you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping. And you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
New treatments for joint pain are here. By now, you've heard about regenerative medicine. If you're wondering if you're a good candidate, answer these questions. First, does chronic pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or other joints keep you from doing the things you enjoy? Golfing, jogging, time with the family. Does it hurt doing the things you need to do, like getting out of bed, sleeping, working, and walking? And finally, do you want to avoid surgery and all of the pain, long recovery, and uncertainty that comes with it? If you answered yes to any of those, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Learn about exciting advancements in regenerative treatments that can give you long-lasting pain relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Get your free consultation today. Call QC Kinetics. That's QC Kinetics. Here's the phone number.
Call now, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. QC Kinetics,